This is a special presentation from News Channel Nebraska.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to high school football on News Channel Nebraska, coming to you live from Haymaker Stadium in Cozad, where the Kearney Catholic Stars are in town tonight to do battle with the home team Haymakers. Alex Loroff here alongside Ed Littler, and Ed, we are in store for a good one here tonight, as both of these teams with an opportunity with a win tonight to play for a district championship in the near future. These are two of the top three teams in District 6 of Class C1, and normally every year this is a big game between the Stars and the Haymakers, but a bit of extra importance to this matchup this year, Ed.
No question about that, Alex. As you say, this game seems like every year is very competitive between two very good football teams. Both teams have won 4 consecutive games. Last week, Kearney Catholic defeating Sutton at Sutton 27-14, knocking Sutton from the ranks of the undefeated. They have a very good quarterback. Cozad has been running the ball very well. So, yes, it should be a very competitive football game, and I say one of the best games in the state of Nebraska tonight.
We are expecting nothing less from this one. As Ed mentioned, both teams on 4-game winning streaks. One of those streaks will come to an end tonight, as the winner of this game, again, will position themselves greatly for a shot at a district championship. We had a chance to talk with both head coaches a little bit earlier on, so we'll take a quick break and get you to those head coach interviews with both Brian Cargill and Rashawn Harvey after this on News Channel Nebraska.
A warm greeting and friendly face is where your experience begins at Davis Family Dental. Relax in our massage chairs and watch TV while our skilled hygienists take care of you. Our team will take the time to explain your treatment needs every step of the way. We keep up with advancements in dentistry, allowing us to offer top-notch quality care from orthodontics to implants. We accept all insurances and financing is available. Often described as the best dental experience ever, Davis Family Dental, excellence in dentistry.
Welcome back to our pregame show on News Channel Nebraska. Now being joined by Cozad head coach Brian Cargill. And Coach, this is a big one for you guys tonight against the Kearney Catholic Stars, a district opponent. What does the Kearney Catholic do that will present matchup problems for you tonight? Just how good is this Stars team that you guys are going to be taking the field against tonight?
Well, obviously they've got good athletes and multiple formations. So it's alignment and assignment deal. And we got to be sound with that. I felt like we did a really good job with that last week. That has to continue, and then be physical up front and run the football.
And speaking about that game last week, obviously the conditions played a factor and there were some ball control issues throughout that game. Fortunately, you guys were able to make that second half comeback and pull out that victory. How important was getting that sort of a win, and how will that help you guys here tonight to play in those sort of conditions as far as here today being used to kind of the wind and the cold?
Well, good momentum, confidence builder, and I really felt like we played much better in the second half in terms of our intensity and overall effort and execution. So, build off of that and then go from there, but we're looking forward to a big game tonight.
Speaking of which, it is the last home game of the season. It's Parents' Night. That's always a special moment. And obviously against this Kearney Catholic team, this is an opportunity to position you guys for a district championship. What is this atmosphere going to be like tonight, and how excited are you to get out here in front of your home crowd one last time this season?
Well, if you're a competitor, this is the kind of game you want to play in. Both teams obviously positioned well for a district opportunity and, of course, for a playoff opportunity. So this game has a lot of implications, and, we're going to do our best to come out on top.
Coach, we're excited and looking forward to it. Good luck tonight.
Yep, thank you.
We'll be back with more pregame coverage from Cozad after this on
My
NCN.
children have been involved in the local sports, and I find it's a great value for my advertising dollar. I just think it's an awesome opportunity. I mean, the kids love being on TV. I love when you go to games and there's people there, and I just find that it's a great value that NCN can bring this all home to us, that I can be a part of it as an advertiser, and that it's great that our community bands together for these sports. I love being able to be showcased on TV that I'm supporting the local teams, and it's awesome that NCN can show the whole state what our local teams are doing, and I feel that's just an excellent benefit. I love that my advertising dollars reach even farther than Norfolk, Battle Creek, that my advertising can reach almost the whole state. You can't do that with a billboard or the local newspaper. You can't reach that far, so that's really exciting.
Ed Littler here at Cozad Haymaker Stadium with Coach Rashawn Harvey of the Kearney Catholic Stars. And Coach, your team comes in here on a 4-game winning streak. Cozad has also won 4 in a row. This should be one of the better high school football games in Nebraska tonight.
Yeah, it should be a great game tonight. When us two teams get together, we always have a great game. It usually comes down to the last possession or 2 of the game. So we're excited about getting on the field and playing Cozad tonight.
Tell me about Heinrich Harburg, your quarterback. 12 touchdown passes, 4 touchdowns rushing. He's also had 3 interceptions as a defensive back. This guy's a playmaker all over the field.
He's an athlete. You know, the young man has grown physically and mentally over the last year. This time last year he was around 6'2". Now he's 6'5", 6'6". Wears size 17 shoes, so he's grown into those feet and his body and the growth, and he's a great athlete on the field. Obviously, he's a sprinter, qualified for the state track meet last year, does well in basketball also, so we're excited about his athletic ability and what he brings to our team and to his teammates.
Tell me about last week against Sutton. Very rarely does a Sutton team get dominated like you were able to win that ball game. You had a great effort from both lines and played a great ball game down there. One of the great games, I would say, the KCHS has played in a while.
Yeah, ever since our week going into our Ogallala game, our young men up front, our defense and offensive line, they've been challenged. People call them soft, saying we can't run the football. So they've taken that challenge to heart, and they've been challenged as a man, and they've been stepping up to that challenge. They want to prove people that Kearney Catholic does run the football.
Quickly, what are your thoughts of Cozad so far this season?
They're going to be always a tough physical football team. They've shown that on film so far in what we've seen. We know they want to establish a run game. They're not going to put it in the air much. They probably pass it 4 or 5 times a game, but if they want to dominate you up front on both sides of the ball, impose their will on you, and that's how they win football games.
Coach, thanks for the visit. We'll see you in the game, and good luck.
All right, appreciate the time.
Coach Rashawn Harvey of the Kearney Catholic Stars, and we'll be back with more action right here from Cozad Haymaker Stadium on News Channel Nebraska.
Cozad, Nebraska, remembering our past with a vision for the future and committed to progress with strong infrastructure, the ideal location for growth and development. And that would not be possible without Cozad Telephone Company. With gigabyte fiber to homes and businesses in town, they offer fast and reliable internet, plus 24/7 customer service, managed Wi-Fi routers, and bundling options that let you save. And Skitter TV with over 230 of your favorite channels. Locally owned since 1902, Cozad Telephone is here for their local and rural customers. Today, tomorrow, and years to come.
Cozad High School, home of the Haymakers, with focus on quality teaching and learning for all students by preparing them to be responsible citizens through respect, integrity, teamwork, innovation, and courage. And much like the state champions work together to build a strong team, Cozad comes together and builds a strong community. Paulson Incorporated is a proud member of the Cozad community and supporter of Cozad High School athletics and academics, and wishes all students good luck this school year. Cozad High School, learning for all, learning for life.
Welcome back on News Channel Nebraska. Alex Loroff alongside Ed Littler here as we are continuing to get you set for this matchup between the Kearney Catholic Stars and the Cozad Haymakers. And tonight's broadcast is presented to you by our friends at Cozad Telephone Company. They are here for their local and rural customers today, tomorrow, and years to come. Ed, we just heard from both head coaches, and we talked about it. This should be an incredible matchup between these two teams, as, again, both teams just looking to jockey for position in District 6 of Class C1.
I remember over the years this being a great football game. I remember Channel 5 or KHES, KSNB TV, often we would make this game of the week. Both teams being so successful and both teams doing so well. And, well, I guess this year is no exception. Should be a great football game, as we've discussed.
Absolutely. We will get into all the storylines as this game continues, and it is also Parents' Night, so we will talk about the seniors on this Cozad Haymaker team that were honored prior to this start of this one, as we are continuing to get you set. Kickoff set for a couple of minutes from now, but we'll take one more quick break as the national anthem gets prepared to go, but we'll be back to get you ready for the opening kickoff here on News Channel Nebraska.
When you're a grower, you know what it takes to thrive in the field. My bank understands and respects that. When you've got a financial partner working alongside you, it makes the days a little easier and the numbers all add up. My bank is experienced when it comes to agriculture. My family's been doing business with them for a long time. I'm independent, and so is my bank.
Homestead Bank of St. Paul, Cozad, and Lexington. Member FDIC. Visit them online at homesteadbank.com.
Nebraska towns, I think they've always just had a great yearning for their town and their history and their heritage and the successes they've had over the years. And just for that one moment, you know, they're looked upon as a local hometown hero for, you know, maybe just for that one time. but it's something they'll never forget. And so we're happy to be a part of that as well. So, highlighting the community and the people there. We get feedback from people who watch the games and see our name out there, and I know they appreciate it because they'll go back and watch games, or their relatives back home will be able to watch the game, and that's a great reason for us to be tied together with News Channel Nebraska. News Channel Nebraska covers the same area we do for a very good value to help promote our products, and again in a way that's reasonable for our budget, and it's been a cost-effective way for us to reach more than just one single community, Norfolk all the way down to the smallest town in our area. It's been a perfect fit for us as far as commitments to those communities and being a part of their everyday life with their schools.
Cozad, Nebraska, remembering our past with a vision for the future and committed to progress with strong infrastructure, the ideal location for growth and development. And that would not be possible without Cozad Telephone Company. With gigabyte fiber to homes and businesses in town, they offer fast and reliable internet, plus 24/7 customer service, managed Wi-Fi routers, and bundling options that let you save. And Skitter TV with over 230 of your favorite channels. Locally owned since 1902, Cozad Telephone is here for their local and rural customers, today, tomorrow, and years to come.
Welcome back on News Channel Nebraska. Again, Alex Loroff alongside Ed Littler here at Cozad, where, Ed, we are just about ready to begin things here between the Haymakers and the Stars. As we talked about, Kearney Catholic comes into this one 5-1 overall on the season, 1-0 in district play. As we talked about, they are coming off a huge victory over Sutton just this last week, who were unbeaten at the time. And Cozad coming in at 4-2, 2-0 in district play, have also won 4 straight games, and they are currently in sole possession of first place in District 6 as we begin play tonight.
Well, we'll see what happens tonight. Certainly plenty at stake, and we'll get to see the Kearney Catholic offense right off the bat here. I believe they're going to receive Heinrich Harburg, their quarterback, 64 of 110 passing, 58.2%. He has 12 touchdown passes, only 2 interceptions, Alex. He's also run for 5 scores, and on defense, he's intercepted 3 passes. And as a team, Kearney Catholic has 9 interceptions. So we'll get into that as we go along. But the Stars get the ball first here tonight on a very, very chilly but beautiful night in Cozad.
Indeed, get a look there at the Cozad offensive starters and the Kearney Catholic starters on defense. But it will be Kearney Catholic receiving the kickoff, so it will be the Stars beginning on offense to start this first quarter. And as we get ready to begin this first quarter, we'd like to thank our sponsor of the opening frame tonight, as the first quarter is presented to you tonight by VVS Canteen, your regional leader in contract food service, micro markets, coffee service, and more. In this game last season, it was a 15-9 victory for the Cozad Haymakers in a game where they came from behind to pull out the victory. It was Cozad leading 7-0 at the half. The Stars would make it 7-3 heading into the fourth quarter and scored a touchdown midway through the fourth to go up 9-7. But then Cozad was able to score a late fourth quarter touchdown scored by Connor Westcoat and put a 2-point conversion on the board to win 15-9. It was the 5th straight win at that time last year. Cozad looking to make this game tonight its 5th straight win. Same with Kearney Catholic. Both of these teams looking to keep their streaks alive. One will come to an end tonight, however. And Sawhatu is getting set to administer the opening kick. And we are just about underway here in what should be a fantastic contest between the Haymakers and the Stars. Big District 6 implications as the opening kick is off and we are underway. A bit of a short kick that takes a couple of hops but is returnable for Logan Miner. Miner with great room on the far side. Miner with a great return here, still on his feet. Brought down out of bounds just across the 40-yard line, so great field position to start for Kearney Catholic.
Well, I don't know if he really meant to make that kick like that. Perhaps he did to try and fool the Stars, but, well, the Stars able to get a good return and good field position, Alex, as you say, as they'll have that ball, on the 43 or 4-yard line. And, well, 1st and 10 for the Stars, who have shown that they have a very good offense, especially with that excellent quarterback, Heinrich Heilberg, who's had a great season so far. Let's see if the Haymakers can slow him down.
Indeed, Heinrich Harburg, the starting quarterback for this Kearney Catholic team. Harburg will start from the gun with a 1st and 10 from the Stars' own 41-yard line. Sends a man in motion. That's Brett Mahoney. Out to the far side is another man in motion, Logan O'Brien. Now shifting from the left to the right. Now we have whistles here and flags fly, and actually a timeout called by the Kearney Catholic Stars. So only 10 seconds into this one, the Stars forced to call a timeout as a couple men were set in motion there, Ed, and apparently Coach Sean Harvey did not like what he saw. So right away before the first play from scrimmage for Kearney Catholic, they have to take a timeout.
Yeah, I think only in Canadian football are you allowed to have two men in motion at the same time, and a flag was not thrown there, but the timeout called before perhaps a flag would have been thrown, so we'll see if that has any effect on the game whatsoever.
Again, last week, Kearney Catholic handing the first loss to the Sutton Mustangs, 27-14 Heinrich Harburg, 9 out of 19, 135 yards passing, and also ran for 125 yards and 2 touchdowns on the ground. Cale Conrad, the starting running back, ran for 150 yards and a touchdown in that game. We repeat 1st and 10 now as Harburg steps back to pass, steps up in the pocket, and he has room to run. Harburg now right up the middle across the 50-yard line. Great run here for Heinrich Harburg as he picks up a first down and then some for the Kearney Catholic Stars.
And as we heard Coach Rashawn Harvey say on our pregame show, Heinrich Harburg was a sprinter at the state track tournament last season, so this guy can definitely outrun people. We'll see if he's able to do that on a consistent basis tonight, Alex.
Pickup of 18 on that carry by Heinrich Harburg makes this a 1st and 10 for the Stars from the Haymaker 41 as all day the pressure coming, and that will be overthrown to Brett Mahoney as about 5 different Cozad Haymakers had that free lane to Harburg as it was a designed screen there by the Stars, but there's a little bit too much on that throw by Harburg as he was quickly trying to get it out and avoid eating a sack.
Yeah, and that would have been a big play had it been on the money, because it looked like, it looked like with all those Haymakers rushing that it would have been, if a complete pass, it might have gone for some yards.
So 2nd and 10 now for the Stars. Harburg again from the gun. They have trips to the left side due to the Kearney Catholic Stars. Again, a look to the sideline. Cale Conrad, the running back, in from the left side. He'll get the handoff. Conrad still on his feet. Conrad with a big run here, and he is tripped up after a nice pickup by Jacob Engel. First carry of the game. Goes for some nice yardage for Cale Conrad, but it will be short of the first down. Remind everyone watching at home, you can tweet at us at NCN Sports Now. Use the hashtag Small Towns Matter as well as the hashtag NebPreps. We'll do our best to keep an eye on all of the Twitter interactions here tonight. We'll give you a shout out on air if you let us know where you're enjoying this matchup from, as Conrad picked up 9 yards. This is now a 3rd down and 1. Man sent in motion. That's Austin Kreisner. He gets the handoff on the end around and looks like he will be able to pick up a first down, as Kreisner just able to get across the line to gain to pick up the first for the Stars.
Yeah, first down for Kearney Catholic, but a nice play by the Cozad Haymakers there, not to let them get loose and not to let them get significant yards, and I believe that was Nolan Vitovic, who we'll see at quarterback for the Cozad Haymakers, making that play on defense. He had to chase him all the way across the field.
Pickup of 2 by Kreisner. They only needed 1, did the Stars. He is sent in motion again, now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Pressure coming. Harburg incomplete. Could not hit the intended target, Cale Conrad, who came out from the backfield. Good pressure there put on by Caleb Pohl, trying to force a bit of an errant throw, and Harburg underthrew that one.
Yeah, I think a bit of miscommunication between the quarterback and receiver there. It looked like the receiver kept going. The quarterback, it seemed, expected him to stop at some point and be in the pattern, but incomplete, 2nd and 10.
Harburg is thrown for just under 1,000 yards this season, 937 coming into this one, 156 passing yards per game for Harburg, 12 touchdowns. He rolls to the left on 2nd and 10, will go for the end zone, and therefore the touchdown is Brett Mahoney, a 29-yard passing touchdown for Heinrich Harburg, going up over the top of Jacob Engel there, and just that quickly, it is 6-0 Kearney Catholic.
Yeah, that was too easy. Brett Mahoney wide open, his 4th touchdown reception of the year, and 6-0, and about to make it 7-0 if the PAT goes through. That was a very quick drive. 5 plays, 59 yards?
Extra point attempt is up, and it is good. So with 10:16 left to go in our opening quarter, the Kearney Catholic Stars have struck first. They lead Cozad 7-0. We'll be back after this on News Channel Nebraska.
At Cozad Community Health System, we understand your health is your #1 priority. Trust us, it's ours too. Whether you need a simple diagnostic test or comprehensive emergency care, the experienced healthcare professionals at Cozad Community Health System are passionate about helping you get and stay well. Today, our team can answer your family's healthcare and wellness needs through a range of hospital, clinical, and physical therapy services, all backed by expertise, compassion, and a commitment to treat you like family. Cozad Community Health System, with multiple locations serving the greater Cozad area.
Welcome back on News Channel Nebraska. A first look at the Davis Family Dental Smile Cam here on this Friday evening. You can clearly see all of the Haymaker fans coming out tonight are bundled up as it is a cold and chilly Friday evening. Our first really cold matchup of this season. Last week was cold, but also the rain kind of was part of that as well. But this a true fall feel now this evening as the Haymaker fans are all bundled up and they will try to will their team on to tie things up on this offensive drive.
So much for a prolonged Indian summer, Alex. October 1st, and here we are, freezing cold for this football game after warm football games.
Flag down here now on the kickoff, as not sure exactly what the penalty will be on, as it was a short kick there by Spencer Hodgland, the place kicker for the Kearney Catholic Stars.
Offsides, maybe?
See what the penalty is here, as it looked like it is indeed a false start called against the Kearney Catholic Stars, so that will move them back 5 yards. So now they will kick from their own 35. So we'll see if that
should be good field position, right?
Indeed, that should benefit the Cozad Haymakers, as that already was a bit of a short kick by Spencer Hodgland, the junior place kicker for Kearney Catholic, and they'll run it back. So again, just that quickly, just under 2 minutes gone by in this opening quarter. It is 7-0 Kearney Catholic.
Now Cozad has to respond here, Alex. No question about that. That was too easy, that drive was.
Kick by Hodgson is again a bit of a short one that will bounce past the intended returner, which was Nathan Engel, and he has to dive on top of it to avoid committing a turnover, and Cozad will begin right at about their own 23-yard line with a 1st and 10.
Yeah, they would have been much better off for that first kickoff that they caught right at about the 40, 45-yard line, but I guess that play was blown dead and they couldn't take the play.
So Cozad will begin 1st and 10. Actually, they will place the ball at the 25, as give him a couple extra yards as far as where Nathan Engel ended up going down. So the Haymakers will begin this drive with Nolan Watovic from the gun. Matthew Schuster, the starting running back here this evening. He has had a terrific season, has ran for 616 yards. He averages about 123 per game, and he gets the handoff, does Schuster. Initial good push there by Schuster, but he was driven backwards as soon as he got across the 30-yard line, but still a nice pickup.
And we know we've pointed out that so far this season in their 6 ball games, the Kearney Catholic Stars have 9 interceptions so far, so that's quite a ratio, 9 picks in 6 games, and I guess they've been tough to throw against, at least for most of their opponents.
Cozad, though, has really been averse to the passing game all season long. They run for about 250 yards per game. Schuster picked up 6 on that last carry. They give it to Schuster again, left side, trying to cut his way forward, and pick up of a couple there by Matthew Schuster, but he'll be a few yards short of the 1st down. And what's going to be interesting to see tonight, Ed, is there will more than likely be situations where Cozad will have to pass the ball, and Nolan Watovic only 45 passing yards per game, but he's going to be called on tonight to more than likely make some big plays.
Yeah, no question about that, and I think Kearney Catholic expects that, and well, we certainly hope that some sort of interception doesn't turn this game completely in the Stars' favor. I'm sure Coach Cargill is thinking about that too.
3rd down and 1, and that's a 1st down, and then some for the Cozad Haymakers. Schuster down the far sideline has busted this one, and a huge carry for Matthew Schuster. They only needed a yard. Schuster gave them that and then some.
Well, he almost breaks it, but a couple of guys had the angle on him here. It looks like he breaks the initial contact, but then members of the secondary for Kearney Catholic catch up to him and force him out of bounds. But big play, 1st down and 10, as the Haymakers are close to the red zone, and they really want to get into the end zone and tie this game up as quickly as possible and not let Kearney Catholic get the ball back with a lead.
A 42-yard carry for Matthew Schuster makes this 1st and 10 for the Haymakers at the Stars' 24-yard line. Matthew Schuster is such a big play threat. Anytime he gets the handoff, he has the capability to bust a huge gain like he did just there. Wojtovich will take it himself on the design QB run. Wojtovich with a nice carry here, following his blockers forward. He is brought down across the 15-yard line, getting the Haymakers into the red zone. Great run there by Wojtovich.
Yeah, mixing it up first. Schuster, now Wojtovich, both guys with good speed, good blocking up front. Good job by the offensive line so far for the Cozad Haymakers, opening up holes against the Kearney Catholic Stars. And I think Coach Harvey said it best in my pregame interview with him. Cozad's going to come right at them, and it's up to the Stars to stop them. Let's see if the Haymakers can force their will.
Second down and 1, handoff is to Schuster. He seeks his way forward for a first down and has some extra yardage as well, as he was brought down, looks like just right about the 10-yard line, but that is another first down for the Haymakers, as Wojtovich picked up 9 on that last run to make it a 2nd and 1, and again, Schuster picks up 4 to make this a 1st and 10 from the 11.
And breaking a couple of tackles along the way, and we'll just see if that offensive line can continue the push here on this drive with 8 minutes to go here in the first quarter. 7-0 Kearney Catholic. Cozad trying to tie it up.
Schuster already 55 rushing yards in this first quarter. He is halfway to another 100-yard game this season. As from the 11, Wojtovich just straightforward, a bit of a QB sneak type play. Interesting call there on the 1st and 10, just to have Wojtovich put his head down and rush straight forward, but it's a nice pickup again for Wojtovich.
No question. You see Coach Carville has great confidence in his offensive line to pick up positive yards, and we'll see the rest of this drive here. 2nd and goal now from the 7-yard line. And, well, here comes another play, and we'll see what the Haymakers choose to do here if they have this drive going and need to get it in the end zone here.
Indeed, 2nd and 7 from the 8. Cozad can get a first down without necessarily getting into the end zone, so not quite goal situation as of yet, as Schuster gets the handoff to the left side, and he is driven backward with just nowhere to go that time. Great job there by Seth Moore, the junior defensive end for Kearney Catholic, plugging up that hole and not allowing Schuster to get any sort of positive momentum, and it'll be 3rd down and 7 now.
Yeah, I think they know what the Haymakers are going to run. It's up to them to stop them, and that time they were able to do it. Let's see what Coach Cargill can come up with here.
So no gain on that carry from Schuster makes this a 3rd down and 7 from the 8. We saw this a couple times last week where Cozad had some trouble against Minden at scoring once they got inside the 10-yard line. Cozad trying to put one in the end zone here. Wojtovich rolls to the left side. He will look to pass initially. Pressure now coming. He'll just kind of loft it up there for a short pickup on the catch to Connor Westcoat out from the fullback position. But a short gain for the Haymakers. We'll see what the call is going to be here now on 4th down.
And the Stars are without one of their better players, linebacker Dylan Mertz, who missed last week's game as well and injured and out of this game. So let's see if the Stars can, well, prevail even though they're missing one of their better defenders.
So a pickup of only a yard, and indeed Sawhatu will come on to attempt his first field goal of the season. Hatu has not attempted one at all this year. He is 12 out of 17 on point after attempts, but the first field goal of the year for the senior on senior night. The kick is up. It has the distance, and it is no good as it went wide to the right. So Sawhatu misses the field goal on 4th down and 6, and the Stars will take over inside their own 10-yard line, now looking to try and go up by 2 scores.
Boy, that's disappointing. You get the big run by Matthew Schuster. You get another first down inside the red zone. You at the 10-yard line, 1st and 10, and you could have gotten the first down without a touchdown, but 3 plays go nowhere. You miss a field goal. Kearney Catholic gets it right back with a 7-0 lead, and now it's up to the defense to stop them and flip the field.
Excuse me, they will actually start this drive at their own 20, is essentially that is a touchback there, that missed field goal, so it will be 1st and 10 from the 20 for the Kearney Catholic Stars. Harburg from the gun sends a man in motion. That is Logan Miner. He gets the handoff around to the left side. Miner with great room, and he is knocked out of bounds after a nice pickup by the junior wide receiver.
Yeah, it looks like they have a number of weapons in the playbook. The pass, the reverse, the power run, the screen pass, which they tried. So it's a pretty diversified offense that Coach Rashawn Harvey is dialing up here so far tonight.
Pickup of 13 on the carry by Miners. Tonight's game brought to you by Cozad Telephone Company, here for their local and rural customers. today, tomorrow, and years to come. Minor against it in motion to the left side. This time they fake the handoff, and the pass will be caught by Cale Conrad. Conrad brought down just shy of the 50-yard line, but that's another first down for the Kearney Catholic Stars up to the 48.
Yeah, sort of a wheel route as Conrad sneaks out here on the near side and able to catch the ball pretty much unmolested and then forced out of bounds after another big gain and another first down. And again, the offense continues to be diversified here.
So 1st and 10 from the Stars' own 48-yard line. Heinrich Harburg is feeling it here in the early goings of this opening quarter after a couple of incompletions on that first drive. Handoff is to Cale Conrad, and really not anywhere for Conrad to go as he was initially wrapped up there by Nathan Breon. He was brought down for a short gain.
Well, the home fans haven't had much to cheer about so far, at least not the results of drives, and so I think the fans really need to get excited about having the Haymakers stop the Stars right here. We'll see if they can do it.
Approaching 5.5 minutes left to go in the first quarter. 7-0 Kearney Catholic on our Cozad Community Health System scoreboard. Harburg will roll to the right side. Looking downfield, he will plant and throw it deep downfield, and that will be caught.
What a catch.
By Logan Miner, as he had Jacob Engel right there with him the whole way, but Miner able to come up with that grab.
Boy, let's see the replay on this particular play, and a good pass, and that was good coverage. The guy makes just a tremendous catch. First down, the Stars in the red zone again.
Up to the 6-yard line, an incredible grab by Logan Miner.
That's as good a catch as we've seen all year, Alex.
Indeed, a 45-yard reception makes this 1st and goal for the Kearney Catholic Stars. 1st and goal from the 6 with 5 minutes left in the first quarter. Kearney Catholic looking to go up by 2 scores here in this first frame. Harburg from the gun, taking his time here. He'll roll to the left side, bit of an option play. He'll pitch it out to the left side to Conrad, trying to spin away from one tackler, but he's brought down by Jacob Gengenbaugh after a gain of about a yard.
Okay, 2nd and goal. Have to hold them to a field goal here, so that's the mindset of the Haymakers right now as the Stars on their 2nd possession of the game trying to take a 2-score lead.
2nd and goal from the 5 for Kearney Catholic, and again, this opportunity set up by that 45-yard bomb. Heinrich Harburg through to the junior Logan Miner. Harburg again from the gun, sends a man in motion to the left side. Harburg will take it himself, trying to find the edge to the right. He is forced way back, though. He will be brought down. Great job by Nolan Watovic, not allowing Harburg to find the edge and just kept forcing him backwards and backwards until he brought him down for a loss.
Yes, one quarterback tackles another. How about that, Alex, right here? And a key play now coming up for the Haymaker defense to try and hold these Stars to at least only a field goal attempt.
Harburg actually was able to get back to the line of scrimmage there, so that will make it a 3rd down and 5 after that carry went for no gain. Back-to-back running plays by the Stars, resulting in only 1 yard. Cozad trying to slam the door here and keep the Stars out of the end zone. Harburg from the gun. He has Conrad to his left. 7-0 the Stars lead it, trying to tack on to that lead. Fake handoff. Harburg rolls to the left side, looking end zone. He will throw, and that is incomplete through the hands of Logan O'Brien, the junior receiver. Would have been a tough grab. O'Brien had a good look at it, but it falls incomplete.
Yeah, I'm not sure he could have run that in for a touchdown. We may see it on the replay here. It looked like he had some room and might have been able to score on that play, but chose to throw the ball instead and threw it away. 4th down. Let's see the replay here.
Another look at our Paulson Incorporated replay, and Harburg had some space. Jacob Weatherly was there, but tried to go to the back of the end zone for O'Brien. Goes incomplete, so now Kearney Catholic will try a field goal with Spencer Hodgland. He is 5 out of 5 this season on kicking field goals, 23 out of 24 on point-after attempts. Hodgland trying to put the Stars up 10-0. Kick is up, and it is good. So with 3:13 left to go in this first quarter, Kearney Catholic now has a 10-0 lead on the Cozad Haymakers. We'll take a quick break and be back with more on NCN.
Cozad, Nebraska, remembering our past with a vision for the future and committed to progress with strong infrastructure, the ideal location for growth and development. And that would not be possible without Cozad Telephone Company, With gigabyte fiber to homes and businesses in town, they offer fast and reliable internet, plus 24/7 customer service, managed Wi-Fi routers, and bundling options that let you save. And Skitter TV with over 230 of your favorite channels. Locally owned since 1902, Cozad Telephone is here for their local and rural customers, today, tomorrow, and years to come.
Welcome back on News Channel Nebraska, and we have good news for all you NCN fans, as News Channel Nebraska has now gone mobile. Take News Channel Nebraska with you everywhere you go by downloading our new app on Android and iOS for free. You'll never miss breaking news again with the NCN mobile app, as it is local news, weather, and sports at your fingertips.
Well, up to the Haymaker offense to get going again here, Alex. Down 2 scores, 10-0. They do hold them out of the end zone and force a field goal, but you got to score points here.
Indeed, Cozad looking to get themselves back on track as that kick will go through the end zone for a touchback. So Cozad will begin this drive at their own 20-yard line. And so far this first quarter, at least offensively for Cozad, going pretty similar to last week, Ed, as last week on Cozad's first drive of the game against Minden, Matthew Schuster was able to bust off a long run. They got inside the 10, but were unable to score a touchdown or any points at that juncture. Same thing tonight for Cozad, that 42-yard run for Schuster. They were able to get it inside the 10, but were not able to punch it in and also not able to convert a field goal.
And last week, of course, Cozad had 2 drives inside the red zone early in the game. Didn't score on either. It ended up not costing them, but nonetheless, you really need to get going here.
3:13 left to go in the first quarter. Handoff is again to Schuster, and that's another nice pickup for Matthew Schuster right up the middle and across the 25-yard line there. That'll make it second down for the Haymakers as we are under 3 minutes to go. As Kearney Catholic, credit to their offense, they have been very efficient in their game plan here in this first quarter, and they are 2 out of 2 as far as scoring on their offensive drives.
Be interesting to see how many more people get involved with the Cozad offense here besides Matthew Schuster and Nolan Witovic.
Indeed, it has been just Schuster and Witovic to this point, as Schuster picked up 7 on that last carry. They handed off again to Schuster here, and he looked like initially he was able to get through the hole created by the offensive line, but he was pushed back very close to first down yardage. We'll see where they spot the initial gain, and looks like he's going to be about a yard short. Indeed, it will be third down and about a yard here.
I think Kearney Catholic would be content to let them run these sorts of plays for most of the game and be able to, well, use the clock and get the ball back and see what they can do, because they've had no trouble moving the ball down the field. But now it's up to Cozad to convert this big third down.
Third down and 1 for the Haymakers from their own 29. Witovic will go straight forward with the QB sneak, and looks like that Witovic will pick up a first down. Indeed he will, as he was able to push the pile up to the 32, so a 3-yard pickup there for Witovic will keep the drive going for the Haymakers.
Yeah, good push up front, no question about that, but I think Cozad's going to need, more big plays to get down the field more quickly. I don't know that they can afford to use all this time to try and score. Already down 2 scores. They really need to put some points on the board here to turn the momentum around. No question about that, Alex.
Slowly but surely, the Haymakers working here as it's now 1st and 10 from the 31. Witovic picked up 2 on that carry as we approach a minute and a half remaining in the first quarter. Cozad content to take its time here as Witovic rolls to the right side. He'll toss it to Schuster on the option. Schuster nearly losing it, but was able to corral the ball in, and there's a nice pickup for Schuster on 1st and 10.
He broke a couple of tackles there and is able to get some good, positive yardage, and maybe he'll be able to break one of these eventually to take it all away.
O'Brien there on the tackle. It's a gain of 7 for Schuster to make it second down and 3 for the Haymakers from their own 38, under a minute remaining now in the first quarter. Again, still no rush from Cozad. Very calm, cool, and collected despite being down 10-0 here in this first quarter. Witovic lines up from the gun. There's a pair of receivers out to the left side as Witovic taking his time. Takes the snap. He'll carry it here on the design QB run, and that'll be a first down for the Haymakers. Gain of 6 by Witovic there.
Wonder if we'll see Jacob Engel get into the ball game and get involved here at number 18 wide receiver, and a good one. And perhaps Nolan Witovic will call his number before too long, as time is really running out here in the first quarter. 30 seconds left, And I think, Cozad has only had that one pass attempt so far. We'll see if they keep the ball on the ground or try to go up top.
Jacob Engel has the lone receiving touchdown on the year for the Haymakers, 6 catches for 83 yards as they keep it on the ground. Jacob Weatherly now this time looking to find the edge, and that's a nice carry for Jacob Weatherly. He's wrestled out of bounds by Samson David, but a good pickup by the young sophomore.
Yeah, well, Jacob Weatherly, the third man to touch the ball now, and, we'll see if Cozad can be more diversified here as they try to march down the field, and this will, I believe, run out the first quarter, if I'm not mistaken.
Weatherly was brought down out of bounds, so that does stop the clock with 11.4 seconds remaining.
Well, one more play, right.
Indeed, Weatherly picked up 6 to make this 2nd and 4 from the 50. Weatherly, one of 4 Cozad running backs who have rushed for over 200 yards this season, along with Nolan Watovic, Connor Westcoat, and Matthew Schuster, who gets the handoff here on 2nd and 4. It'll be a short pickup there for Schuster. He'll be short of the first down by about a yard or so, and that will take us to the end of the first quarter. So when we come back, it will be a 3rd down and 2 for the Cozad Haymakers from the Kearney Catholic 48. We'll be back after this on NCN.
We've been with NCN for many years. We've very much appreciated the ability to get our content out visually to the community and surrounding communities. I think that there are people across the state that are really excited to see their children or their grandchildren on television. And it does position NCN in a way that allows the community to understand you really do care about the community. When we put it on television and you can see it with your eyeballs and see how cool it is, it's really made a difference to have the imagery being able to be broadcast across the state, because people will travel for something unique and different. You build a business on relationships. And NCN has been able to build relationships with people in other communities across the state, and we strive to build relationships with our customers and tell them we do care and show them we do care. And by providing that information on NCN and putting it out there, the way our store looks, the way I communicate with people, I think it personalizes us and makes it real, and NCN is real.
Tonight's broadcast brought to you by our friends at Cozad Telephone Company, here for their local and rural customers today, tomorrow, and years to come. Welcome back on NCN. Alex Laura, Fed Littler here in Cozad as the Haymakers looking at a 3rd down and 2 from the Kearney Catholic 48-yard line. The give is right up the middle to Schuster. It's going to be close. We'll see where they spot the initial carry as he was forced back, so forward progress. Looks like it will be enough for a first down. Indeed, it will be a first down for the Haymakers. That's a big pickup there for Schuster.
It really is, and again, keep the drive going, but you have to get across the goal line, and you still have quite a way to go, 48 yards to go, and the Haymakers anxious to get into the end zone, control the ball, control the clock, and get back in this ball game. I think eventually they're going to have to. They do not want to give the ball back to the Kearney Catholic offense, which, as we've seen, Alex, has been pretty explosive so far in this game.
Indeed, Kearney Catholic has worked very quickly tonight. They have a number of big plays already. Cozad with a 1st and 10 now from the Stars 46-yard line. The give is to Schuster left side, and just nowhere for him to go, as that time Kearney Catholic was able to blow through the Cozad offensive line. You had both Seth Moore and Caleb O'Brien there on the stop for the Stars.
So 2nd and long behind the chains now, so let's see if Nolan Watovic is able to put it up here and maybe look for Jacob Engel or someone else downfield, as now 2nd and long for these Haymakers, and well, the Stars figured that play out pretty quickly.
Loss of 3 by Schuster, 2nd and 13, and indeed this is now a situation where you may have to see Nolan Watovic throw the ball. He's not done that too often this season. It's a 35% completion percentage. He'll drop back to pass pressure coming. Bit of a design screen. The give is to Connor Westcoat, who had some great blocking initially. And that's a nice pickup on 2nd and 13 to make this a more manageable 3rd down.
Yeah, it was a nice play. Unfortunate for the Haymakers, it couldn't go further, but it was a nice idea. Set up the screen, and, well, as you mentioned, a respectable pickup here on 2nd down, and now a 3rd down and 5 yards to go for 3rd and 6.
Pickup of 7 on the reception by Connor Westcoat. 3rd and 6 from Kearney Catholic's 42. They'll run the ball here, and tripped up for very minimal gain was Jacob Weatherly there, who had the give on 3rd down and 6. So that'll be 4th down now from the 39-yard line. Pickup of 3 by Weatherly, and it looks as if the Haymakers will keep the offense on the field and go for it here on 4th down.
Yep, 4th down territory here. 4th down and, a sizable amount to go, 4th down and a couple, 3 yards. Big play.
They'll say it's 4th down and 2 for the Haymakers. Trying to keep this drive alive. They'll hand the ball off and nowhere to go.
Big play.
For Matthew Schuster. Kearney Catholic forces a turnover on downs, and the Cozad defense will take over as they come up empty once again on an offensive drive.
Yeah, very unfortunate, and of course that 1st down loss was really the key play of this drive, and then you go for it on 4th down. You need only 2, and you're actually throwing for a loss there, so it really was the 1st down play of this series that really cost the Haymakers.
So Kearney Catholic will take over now with a 1st and 10 from their own 40, with 9:22 left to go in the second quarter. They still lead at 10-0 on the Cozad Community Health System scoreboard. Harburg, the handoff to Cale Conrad. Actually, he keeps it himself as Conrad. That was a great fake there by Harburg. Was able to get by the initial tackle of Nolan Witovic. And Heinrich Harburg, bit of trickeration there as Cale Conrad sold the fake very well, and Harburg with a short pickup.
Yeah, that fooled me, Alex. No question about that. And, they pick up some yards here, so 2nd down and medium for the Kearney Catholic Stars. And, again, we're seeing new plays every series here, almost every possession. Certainly we're seeing different plays by the Stars. Looks like they have a pretty wide-open playbook.
Harburg picked up 3 on that carry to make this 2nd down and 7 from Kearney Catholic zone 43. So we are under 9 to go in the second quarter. Harburg rolls to the left side. He'll find the edge and trying to get the 1st down, but he'll be knocked out of bounds there. A number of yards short. Jacob Weatherly did a good job of meeting Heinrich Harburg there along the far sideline and knocking him out across the 45.
Let's see, 3rd down and what about, let's see where they move the chain. 3rd down, what about 6-7 yards to go? 3rd down 5, they're calling it. So a really key stop should be made here and needs to be made by the Cozad Haymakers, down 10-0 here in the second quarter of play. 8:34 left before halftime.
Saw a great look there on our Paulson Incorporated replay at Jacob Weatherly meeting Heinrich Harburg there, knocking him out after a 2-yard gain. So 3rd and 5 from Kearney Catholic's 45. Harburg will drop back to pass. Pressure coming. He goes over the middle, and that will be hauled in for a catch and a 1st down by Brett Mahoney. Mahoney comes up big again.
Yeah, another nice catch. Mahoney also the recipient of a touchdown pass, so his receivers are making plays for him, and Kearney Catholic continues to move the ball down the field, and they have no problem throwing the ball or running the ball and opening up the playbook here against the Cozad Haymaker defense.
A 12-yard pickup on that catch by the sophomore Brett Mahoney makes this a 1st and 10 for the Kearney Catholic Stars up to the Cozad 43-yard line. Approaching 8 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Handoff is to Conrad up the middle, and that'll be a short pickup for Cale Conrad. The running game hasn't worked all that well to this point for Kearney Catholic, but they are slicing and dicing this Cozad defense through the air.
Yeah, and getting a number of people involved in the offense, and that's really the key for them. And I don't think you can key on just any one player for the Cozad defense, and that's what seems to make Kearney Catholic so effective. They spread the ball around.
Cale Conrad with just 13 rushing yards, rather 12 in this first half, as he picked up a yard there. 2nd down and 9. Pressure coming as Cozad trying to bring down Heinrich Harburg, but Harburg now tucks it and runs, and that'll be a 1st down and then some for Harburg. Harburg looking for pay dirt, but he's going to be knocked down inside the 20-yard line, but a great run there by Heinrich Harburg, brought down right at the 13 or so yard line.
And you can see that sprinter speed where he takes off around the near side here and simply outruns the defenders, and you can see why he's a track champion as well. As another big play for the Stars and another 1st down.
A 29-yard carry by Heinrich Harburg makes this a 1st and 10 for the Stars from the Cozad 13-yard line. About 7 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Cale Conrad lost the football there, but he does jump on top, as that was a bit of a bad positioning there for Nathan Breon. Bit of a bad luck break there as Conrad had the handoff initially, but he lost it. Breon, though, was behind Conrad there, couldn't quite get around him, and Conrad able to recover.
Yeah, that could have been maybe a scoop and score for the Cozad Haymakers had the ball bounced another way, but as it turns out, a pretty big loss there. And 2nd and long for the Stars, up 10-0.
First miscue of the game by Kearney Catholic as a bad break from Cozad that Breon was not able to recover that fumble, but it's a loss of 14 to make this 2nd and 24 for Kearney Catholic from the Cozad 27. Harburg will drop back to pass. Kearney Catholic has been able to pick up yards in bunches here tonight as he'll go end zone, and that'll be caught for a touchdown by Brett Mahoney yet again. A 27-yard touchdown pass by Heinrich Harburg, and it is now 16-0 Kearney Catholic.
Yeah, once again, wide open as he was on his first touchdown catch, and, well, Kearney Catholic making it look easy here. We'll see it on the replay as the pressure did not come, and he had plenty of time to find his receiver, and find his receiver he did for the touchdown. A 3-score game now, 16-0, pending the extra point.
Once again, it was Jacob Engel there on the coverage, and again, Harburg goes up over the top of Engel to Mahoney in the end zone. Extra point attempt is good. So after a quarter and a half, it is now 17-0. Kearney Catholic with the lead over the Cozad Haymakers. We'll take a break and be back after this on News Channel Nebraska.
Cozad High School, home of the Haymakers, with focus on quality teaching and learning for all students by preparing them to be responsible citizens through respect, integrity, teamwork, innovation, and courage. And much like the state champions work together to build a strong team, Cozad comes together and builds a strong community. Paulson Incorporated is a proud member of the Cozad community and supporter of Cozad High School athletics and academics, and wishes all students good luck this school year. Cozad High School, learning for all, learning for life.
Welcome back on News Channel Nebraska. A good look at the moon there initially, as tonight's game is brought to you by Cozad Telephone Company, here for their local and rural customers today, tomorrow, and years to come. Beautiful atmosphere out here at Haymaker Stadium tonight, Ed.
Yes, the harvest moon above the skies here and above the field in Cozad. Harvest time here in Nebraska, in this part of the country. And right now, Kearney Catholic is having a harvest as they're moving the ball down the field and leading at this point 17-0 here in the second quarter. Running their offense beautifully, you must say.
Indeed, it's been all Kearney Catholic here in this one as we are through a quarter and a half of play, just about 6:12 left to go in the second quarter. And again, much like last week, where Cozad's inability to score on that initial drive when they were inside the 10 may come back to haunt them as they are now down 17-0 as Kearney Catholic has been able to score on each one of its offensive drives, as it was a 29-yard touchdown pass to Brett Mahoney in the first quarter, a Spencer Hodgland field goal in the first quarter, and then a 27-yard touchdown pass to Brett Mahoney here in the second to make this a 17-0 ball game.
And it looked like two precise routes on those touchdowns, Alex. No question about that.
So 1st and 10 for the Haymakers from their own 20 following the touchback. Schuster gets the toss out to the left side. He has a hole and a great stiff arm there by Matthew Schuster. That was a nice carry there by the junior running back as he has a first down and some extra yardage as well. Pickup of about 19 there.
Yes, indeed. First down. Matthew Schuster, close to 100 yards, I would say here, but the most important statistic, points. And Cozad doesn't have any yet, so somehow or another they've got to get on the scoreboard here as we have 6:05 left to go in the second quarter. You got to keep the ball. You've got to get on the scoreboard. You can't let their offense get too many more possessions.
Pickup of 18 there by Schuster makes this 1st and 10 from Cozad's own 38. D. Schuster right at about 100 yards rushing already as he gets the handoff again and went right up the middle and just nowhere that time for Matthew Schuster to go. He got back to the line of scrimmage, but that's a carry for no gain as Kearney Catholic did a great job plugging up all of the holes there.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if Cozad has anything else in the playbook to call to keep Kearney Catholic off balance, because I think the Stars defense pretty much knows that either Matthew Schuster or Nolan Witovic will carry the ball, and that might be, you know, as the game goes on, tougher for them to move the football if Kearney Catholic knows what's coming.
They gave Schuster a yard there to make this 2nd down and 9 from the 39, and again the give is to Schuster, and these yards are getting tougher and tougher to come by for the junior running back Schuster. A pickup of about 2 yards there will make this a 3rd and 7 or so for the Cozad Haymakers. And normally this would be a passing down, but Matovic has not found great success throwing the football this season, but he may have to find some success here.
Indeed, and again, we look for Jacob Engel downfield. Again, though, Kearney Catholic, 9 interceptions so far on the season, so they're a tough team to throw against, and in the last 2 plays, at least a tough team to run against. So we'll see what the Haymakers can come up with on 3rd and 7.
3rd and 7 from Cozad's own 41, as there's about 4:40 left to go in this second quarter. Fake handoff, the end around, handoff goes Weatherly, and there's a nice carry by Jacob Weatherly across the 50-yard line. That'll be a first down for the Cozad Haymakers. A bit of a trick play there by Coach Cargill, and it pays off as Cozad keeps the drive moving.
Yeah, we saw that play out in Sydney a couple of weeks ago, Alex, and I think it ran for a touchdown. Jacob Weatherly a couple of times has run that play, and the one time it did run for a score, I believe, if I remember correctly, against Sydney. So that was a very good call by the Haymakers to pick up a much-needed first down.
10-yard pickup by Weatherly makes this 1st and 10 into Kearney Catholic territory at the 49. Handoff is up the middle, shading to the left side, but just nowhere to go yet again on that carry for Matthew Schuster. As again, the Kearney Catholic defense is really keyed in on the fact that it's going to be Schuster more often than not. That time he lost a yard, pushed back to the 50-yard line. And that's what Coach Harvey talked about in our pregame interview, the fact that Cozad really doesn't pass the ball very much. So he knew coming in that Cozad's game plan the whole way was just put the head down and run the football right up the gut, try to beat you on the ground. And to this juncture, despite some big plays here and there, Kearney Catholic has been able to hold the Haymakers in check.
Yeah, perhaps the offense that the Haymakers are running are making it too easy for the Stars to defend. We'll see as the game progresses, but certainly down 17-0, you need something positive. Now a timeout by Cozad.
Timeout called by the Haymakers with about 2-3 minutes left to go. We'll take a quick timeout as well and be back after this on NCN.
Cozad, Nebraska, remembering our past with a vision for the future and committed to progress with strong infrastructure, the ideal location for growth and development. And that would not be possible without Cozad Telephone Company. With gigabyte fiber to homes and businesses in town, they offer fast and reliable internet, plus 24/7 customer service, managed Wi-Fi routers, and bundling options that let you save. And Skitter TV with over 230 of your favorite channels. Locally owned since 1902, Cozad Telephone is here for their local and rural customers, today, tomorrow, and years to come.
Welcome back on News Channel Nebraska. Alex Loroff alongside Ed Littler at Haymaker Stadium in Cozad, where the Kearney Catholic Stars have a 17-0 lead over the Cozad Haymakers with 3:25 left to go in this second quarter. Cozad with the football at midfield. It's a 2nd down and 11 as Cozad trying to put some points on the board before the half comes to an end. We have whistles here, and now a timeout called by Kearney Catholic.
Back-to-back timeouts, huh?
Indeed, Cozad just called the timeout, so they have 2 remaining. Kearney Catholic now has called its 2nd timeout of this first half, so they have 1 remaining in the rest of the second quarter, as tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Cozad Telephone Company, here for their local and rural customers today, tomorrow, and years to come. So again, Ed, with 3:25 left to go in this second quarter, Cozad find themselves down big here, 17-0. It's been a little while since they have been faced with an offense the caliber of Kearney Catholic. We saw earlier this season when they played Ord, they played Gothenburg, 2 high-powered offenses as well. But it's been a little while since they've matched up against a team the caliber of Kearney Catholic.
I agree, and Kearney Catholic seems more diversified on offense than any team that Cozad has faced so far this year, and so that's been really the big challenge for the Haymakers, and probably will continue to be as this game goes on. But the fact is, Cozad needs to put some points on the board quickly.
So back from the Kearney Catholic timeout, we now do 2nd down and 11. Witovic drops back to pass. Now we'll rush forward. Pressure now coming. Witovic has to tuck it and just try and dive forward and get as many yards as he possibly could to avoid eating it. As, again, just no one open downfield for Witovic, and initially thought about tucking it and running, but he was brought down for a loss of a yard there.
Well, 3rd down 12 on the 49-yard line now, so back-to-back plays gain nothing, and now the pressure is on the Cozad offense to come up with a big play to at least hang on to the football with, 3:17 to go here in the half.
Wojtovic was brought down out of bounds, so that does stop the clock. That does not help Cozad here, as Kearney Catholic, if they do get the ball back, they will have plenty of time to try and put another score on the board as Wojtovic drops back to pass. He will throw the ball, and it will be incomplete, looking for Jacob Engel over the middle. That would have been enough for a first down if Engel would have came up with it, but Engel was falling to the ground. The throw was a little low as well by Wojtovic. That's an incompletion, and it looks like Kearney Catholic will get the ball back here.
Yeah, they will. Jacob Engel back to punt, or will be back to punt, and I guess we'll see him try to aim for the coffin corner, at least try to pin Kearney Catholic back deep in their own territory and not allow them to score once again with 3:12 to go in the half.
So Logan Miner back deep to receive. First punt by either team here this evening, as the punt by Jacob Engel is up and away. Miner will receive it after a couple of bounces. Miner still on his feet, trying to find the edge along the far side, but he is brought down right about the 15 or so yard line. So that's where Kearney Catholic will take over on offense with 2:57 and 1 timeout remaining to try and put some more points on the board before we head to halftime.
And crucial for the Cozad Haymakers to stop them right here, 3 and out, or come up with a turnover to turn this game around somehow before the half ends and the teams go to the locker room. And I'm sure Cozad definitely is thinking they need to not only stop them but score points before this half expires.
Cozad will need to force a turnover here or get a quick 3 and out if they want to put some points on the board before the half comes to an end, as it's 1st and 10 from the Stars from their own 18. And off is to Cale Conrad up the middle, and short pickup on 1st and 10 for the junior running back Conrad. So that'll be a 2nd down now for the Stars.
And Heinrich Harburg, Coach Harvey says that not only is he a great sprinter, but a very good basketball player. And we'll see these teams out on the basketball court before long. And he grew from being 6 foot 2 inches to 6'6" in 1 year's time. So that's a tremendous growth spurt for Heinrich Harburg of the Kearney Catholic Stars.
That is a very impressive growth spurt, and has definitely helped him out this season as far as having a very successful campaign as the starting quarterback here in 2019. As the handoff on the end around is to Samson David down to the far side, and that's a short pickup for Samson David on 2nd down and 6. Brought down out of bounds, so that'll bring up a 3rd down, and Cozad can force a stop here. They'll be able to get the ball back with 2 timeouts remaining, and they may have an opportunity to put some points on the board.
Have to stop him first, though, Alex, right?
Indeed, Samson David running that one for no gain on that end around to make this now 3rd down and 6 for Kearney Catholic from their own 22-yard line. Cozad has had a couple of opportunities on 3rd downs to get off the field tonight. They have not been able to do so. Harburg drops back to pass. He'll air it out deep to the sideline, and that'll be hauled in for a catch, and flags come in as well as Logan O'Brien made that grab.
Another great catch by a Kearney Catholic receiver. He throws this up for grabs, and yeah, you can see O'Brien outleaps the defender for the catch, and the flag came in because there was pass interference. They'll undoubtedly decline that penalty, Alex, and take the gain for another 1st down.
A 35-yard reception by Logan O'Brien makes this a 1st and 10 for the Kearney Catholic Stars in Cozad territory. Indeed, the call was pass interference on Cozad, which has been declined. So Kearney Catholic will continue this drive with 2 minutes remaining up to the Cozad 43.
And that's about the 3rd great catch we've seen from a Kearney Catholic receiver so far.
So 1st and 10 from the 44 is what they'll say, as it was a 34-yard reception as Harburg going for it all here deep to the end zone, and that will be incomplete as Harburg just taking a shot to the goal line there, looking for Austin Kreisner, who is there, as well as Logan O'Brien. But it fell incomplete just a little bit too much on the throw by Harburg, showing off the cannon that he possesses.
Yeah, you can throw it a long way as well, and at 6'6", you can see over that defensive line, so that doesn't hurt him either. But yeah, we see he has a great arm, he has a good touch, as well as a great arm, can throw it far, and can put it on the money when he wants to. So yeah, this guy's a college prospect, as Coach Rashawn Harvey told me.
So with the incomplete pass, it is 2nd down and 10 for Kearney Catholic from the Cozad 44. Still a minute 40 left to go in this second quarter. Kearney Catholic with 1 timeout remaining. Harburg looking to the sideline for the call from Coach Harvey as, again, he lines up in the gun. A 4-receiver set here for the Stars. Cale Conrad to his right in the backfield. Harburg drops back to pass. Pressure coming. Harburg stepping up in the pocket. Able to evade Nathan Breon. He now airs it out. That is a bit of a lame duck, but it is caught.
My goodness.
For a huge gain yet again. This time that is Brett Mahoney on the reception.
Yeah, he already has 2 touchdown catches. Now he makes a great catch downfield along the far side. Good coverage by the Haymakers, and this guy can get away from the rush as well, as we've seen. And there's the catch. Even though there's good coverage, he goes up high and takes it away.
28-yard reception for Mahoney, utilizing that size advantage that he has over Jacob Weatherly, who was there on the coverage. Weatherly just not enough to get up and try and knock the ball down. So that'll be 1st and 10 from the 16 now for the Stars. Harburg looking end zone here, and that'll be incomplete. As Harburg throwing a dart there, trying to connect with Austin Kreisner. Brecken Lofton there on the coverage, and it is now going to be 2nd and 10.
Well, it looked catchable, but, obviously I'm not down there trying to catch the ball. As you said, Alex, a hard throw, and it seemed like the receiver had an opportunity, but it falls incomplete, fortunately for the Cozad Haymakers.
Brett Mahoney now has 3 25-plus receptions in this first half. 29-yard touchdown catch, a 27-yard touchdown catch, and that last catch was 28 yards. So 2nd and 10 now for the Stars, still from the 16. They'll hand it off. Actually, they'll fake the handoff. Harburg takes it himself around the far left side, and there's a nice pickup there for Heinrich Harburg, and most importantly, able to get out of bounds as he was run out there by Nolan Watovic.
Yeah, and Kearney Catholic just with the 1 timeout left, but plenty of time, 1:01 to go, and we'll see what they come up with here on 3rd down.
Harburg just short of the line to gain. Indeed, that'll make this 3rd down and 2 after an 8-yard carry. 3rd and 2 from the 8-yard line for the Kearney Catholic Stars. If they pick up a 1st down, it will be goal to go. Harburg from the gun. 3 receivers set. Handoff is to Conrad, trying to shake his way forward, and it looks like that will indeed be a 1st down for the Kearney Catholic Stars, as it'll be 1st and goal here.
Yes, it will. 1st and goal. What about see where they put the ball? Inside the 5.
Indeed, 1st and goal inside the 5 here for Kearney Catholic after a 5-yard pickup by Conrad. They'll go from the 3, give us to Conrad again, and he walks into the end zone for a 3-yard touchdown. And with 47.7 seconds left in this second quarter, it is 23-0 Kearney Catholic.
Well, big hole up the middle. And Cale Conrad able to, as you say, Alex, walk into the end zone. The Stars just making it look too easy.
The 7th rushing touchdown of the season for Cale Conrad. Hodgland on to attempt the point after. He is now 3 out of 3 on point after attempts tonight, as well as a field goal. So it is 24-0 Kearney Catholic. Will keep it here with 47.7 seconds remaining, as you mentioned there, Ed. Kearney Catholic making it look easy here in this first half as far as their passing attack is concerned, as the safeties, the defensive backs for Cozad just seemingly at this point seem outmatched by the receivers of Kearney Catholic, who especially have the height advantage over a lot of these corners and safeties for Cozad, which we've seen multiple times. Harburg able to loft it up in the air for his tall receivers who have been able to go up high and bring those receptions down.
And make some great catches, even if nobody's out there covering you. Those were great catches, and obviously set up the Stars in good position to score. And what can you say? They've dominated this game, and they're fully in control with under a minute left to go in the first half. And, well, the Haymakers can't wait to get in the locker room and discuss this one and see what they can do to play a better second half than the first.
Brett Mahoney, the sophomore, has 4 catches for 96 yards and 2 touchdowns.
He doesn't look like a sophomore, does he? He looks like a senior, a 5th-year senior.
Indeed, Brett Mahoney playing despite his age, as this is a very strong Kearney Catholic team here that is full of juniors and sophomores at a lot of those skill positions, as the kickoff here will go to the sideline. Another short kick by Hodgland. So Cozad will take over with 47.7 seconds remaining.
They'll just take it over right where it went out of bounds, I guess.
Indeed, 2 timeouts remaining. We'll see if Coach Cargill will maybe try and take some shots toward the end zone, if they will try and put some points on the board before the half. Cozad will receive the second half kickoff as they begin this drive at their own 35. So a tough first half for the Cozad Haymakers. They'll have to just wipe it from their memory banks and come back refreshed in the second half, but they are in a deep hole here, down 24-0. Schuster gets the handoff on 1st and 10, and that'll be a short pickup, if any. Schuster still fighting. Is credit to Matthew Schuster, trying to do what he can to pick up as many yards as possible. But it looks like Cozad will be content just to let this first half wind to a close.
Maybe a couple more plays, 30 seconds, maybe one more play. Getting down toward 20 seconds to go here.
Pickup of about 2 there by Schuster makes this 2nd and 8 from the 37. Goes at a no rush to get up to the line of scrimmage as we approach 10 seconds left in the quarter. Maybe one last play here for the Haymakers. Matovic will go from the gun.
Take it himself.
Indeed, he'll run it himself up the middle, and that's a short pickup for Nolan Matovic, and that will take us to the end of the first half here between the Kearney Catholic Stars and the Cozad Haymakers. Kearney Catholic with a 24-0 lead over the home team Haymakers. Again, in a matchup that has huge implications in District 6 of Class C1, and Kearney Catholic is very much in the driver's seat at this juncture. We'll take a break, but when we come back, we will take a look at first half highlights and analysis and look ahead to the second half between Kearney Catholic and Cozad here on News Channel Nebraska.
At Cozad Community Health System, we understand your health is your #1 priority. Trust us, it's ours too. Whether you need a simple diagnostic test or comprehensive emergency care, the experienced healthcare professionals at Cozad Community Health System are passionate about helping you get and stay well. Today, our team can answer your family's healthcare and wellness needs through a range of hospital, clinical, and physical therapy services, all backed by expertise, compassion, and a commitment to treat you like family. Cozad Community Health System, with multiple locations serving the greater Cozad area.
Cozad, Nebraska, remembering our past with a vision for the future and committed to progress with strong infrastructure, the ideal location for growth and development. And that would not be possible without Cozad Telephone Company. With gigabyte fiber to homes and businesses in town, they offer fast and reliable internet, plus 24/7 customer service, managed Wi-Fi routers, and bundling options that let you save. And Skitter TV with over 230 of your favorite channels. Locally owned since 1902, Cozad Telephone is here for their local and rural customers, today, tomorrow, and years to come.
The picture's really clear, it's really close up, and it's kind of professional, like you're watching ESPN.
Or after a big game, lots of kids show up in my office and they're always talking about, wow, did you see that hit by so-and-so, or did you see that shot?
They really appreciate being able to see it, whether they've got family that's out of town, they're able to watch it from afar, or even if the weather's not great.
And they're always so positive about our kids. They're positive about the officials and about the fans.
Welcome back on News Channel Nebraska. We are at the half between the Cozad Haymakers and the Kearney Catholic Stars, as halftime this evening is brought to you by Homestead Bank. Alex Loroff here alongside Ed Littler from Haymaker Stadium, as Kearney Catholic with a 24-0 lead on our Cozad Community Health System scoreboard. And Ed, again, the first half was really all Kearney Catholic. Cozad had an opportunity to score on their first offensive drive of the game. They also had a chance to recover a fumble a little earlier on in that first half. But for the most part, things have not gone the way of the Haymakers at this juncture, as Kearney Catholic has largely been dominating, especially when it comes to their passing attack and that through-the-air offense led by the quarterback Heinrich Harburg.
And they've made some great catches of his throws, as well as running some precise routes. And Brett Mahoney's been just great, catching those 2 touchdown passes and making that great catch down here a little while ago on the far side. And then another great catch was made. I can't remember the receiver that made the one great catch here in the first half, in the first quarter down here to our left, and that should be the north end zone. So really just some tremendous playmakers on the field for Kearney Catholic, and they've just overwhelmed the Cozad Haymakers. There's no doubt about that so far.
And as opposed to last year's game, where it's a lot of the same players in this game from last year, especially on the side of Kearney Catholic. When you look at Heinrich Harburg and Logan Miner and Brett Mahoney, a lot of these players were in this one last year, and that was a 15-9 Cozad victory as we look at some of those first half highlights. But you look at this game this year, and you can just clearly see that Kearney Catholic has developed year over year very well. As again, they were 5-9 coming into this game on the back of a 4-game winning streak, have beaten some tough opponents. Kearney Catholic definitely looks like a much improved team from that 4-5 season of a year ago, Ed.
Yeah, they were state semifinalists in 2014 and 2016 under Matt Masker, who's now a quarterback at Nebraska. And now this fella, this Heinrich Heidelberg, is developed as a great quarterback, too, in the tradition of Matt Masker, who broke all of the records of Scott Frost, a fella that is now his head coach. But so no, Kearney Catholic, as you mentioned, has developed these ball players very well. Coach Rashawn Harvey has done a great job.
As you get a great look there at some of the highlights you saw just played before this one, the fumble that Cozad had the opportunity to recover but were not able to, but a great grab again by Brett Mahoney. That was the second touchdown grab that he had. Another fantastic catch there, aided by pass interference penalty that was declined, but Logan O'Brien with a great catch there for the Stars. Harburg as well, getting it done with his legs as well as through the air.
That was
and
a
you
great
can just,
catch.
Indeed, you can see just the height advantage that Brett Mahoney has there, especially over Jacob Weatherly, to go up high and catch the ball at its highest point. Cale Conrad punching in that touchdown. That was the last score of that second quarter that Kearney Catholic put on the board. Right now, by my count, Heinrich Harburg, 60 rushing yards, 190 passing yards with 2 passing touchdowns. Brett Mahoney, 4 catches for 96 yards and 2 receiving touchdowns. Cale Conrad just 10 yards on the ground, but does have a rushing touchdown as well being involved. Logan Miner has a 13-yard carry and a 45-yard catch. Logan O'Brien has a 34-yard catch. So Kearney Catholic, again, we've talked about, has done a great job spreading the ball around to a number of different players, whereas for Cozad, it has been largely Matthew Schuster, Nolan Watovic, and a little bit of Connor Westcott and Jacob Weatherly sprinkled in.
Yeah, and not much offense in the second quarter. The first quarter, there was some potential. The long run by Matthew Schuster to set up the Haymakers nicely inside the red zone, but they don't score. And then after that particular drive, they haven't threatened since, and as a result have fallen behind 24-0. They do get the ball to begin the second half, and they've got to start a drive quickly.
Matthew Schuster leading the way for Cozad. He had 94 rushing yards unofficially in that first half. Nolan Watovic, 19 yards on the ground, along with a 7-yard pass to Connor Westcoat. That is the only yardage Connor Westcoat has amassed, is that 7-yard reception. Jacob Weatherly with 20 rushing yards on the ground. But again, for the most part, it has largely been just on the back of Matthew Schuster with some passing plays thrown in there for the Cozad Haymakers. But they've really largely gone unsuccessful for Cozad. They're going to need to change some things in the second half as far as varying up that offensive strategy, as Kearney Catholic is clearly keyed in on the fact that it's going to be Matthew Schuster early and often, which it has been here in this one, and they have started to slow down Schuster after that hot start he had.
And Kearney Catholic has a diversified offense getting many people involved, whereas Cozad does not. They've only got a few people involved, as you say, Matthew Schuster, and for the most part, Nolan Watovic. And so there's your difference in the game, the fact that Kearney Catholic has many weapons, and Cozad so far has not had the answer.
And we haven't touched on this yet tonight, but this is the last home game of the season for the Cozad Haymakers. So before this game, it was Parents' Night, so all of the football parents were announced, but also the seniors were honored on this Cozad Haymaker team. There are 10 seniors on the roster this year, so honored before this one were Nathan Breon, Silver Delgado, Jacob Gengenbaugh, Sahatu, Alex Huertas, Brecken Lofton, Morgan Schrader, Kate Stott, Eli Werner, and Connor Westcoat. So a handful of seniors on this Cozad Haymaker team playing in their last home game of their football career. And it's always such a special time to have that sort of a moment, to have that opportunity to thank those seniors for their work over the last number of years, and also the opportunity to walk out onto the field with the parents that have supported them along the way. So it was a special moment before the game took place here in Cozad. It's always just so nice seeing those sort of festivities.
Yeah, it's always a bittersweet moment, and everyone will tell you to a man, it goes by so quickly. First, you're a freshman, and in the blink of an eye, it seems you're a senior ready to graduate from high school. Same way when you go to college, you go in as a freshman. Pretty soon you're graduating from college and going out into the workforce.
Indeed. So, again, congrats to the 10 seniors on this Cozad Haymaker team that were honored before the game started here tonight. But again, Cozad with work to do as they find themselves down 24-0. And they have won their last 4 consecutive games after losing those first 2 to Ord and Gothenburg in games that were pretty similar to how this first half has played out. Cozad needing to start to build that positive momentum in once they get the ball to begin the third quarter, which will begin in just a few minutes. So until that point, we'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we will get things rolling with the start of the third quarter between the Kearney Catholic Stars and the Cozad Haymakers here on News Channel Nebraska.
At Cozad Community Health System, we understand your health is your #1 priority. Trust us, it's ours too. Whether you need a simple diagnostic test or comprehensive emergency care, the experienced healthcare professionals at Cozad Community Health System are passionate about helping you get and stay well. Today, our team can answer your family's healthcare and wellness needs through a range of hospital, clinical, and physical therapy services, all backed by expertise, compassion, and a commitment to treat you like family. Cozad Community Health System, with multiple locations serving the greater Cozad area.
Cozad, Nebraska, remembering our past with a vision for the future and committed to progress with strong infrastructure, the ideal location for growth and development. And that would not be possible without Cozad Telephone Company. With gigabyte fiber to homes and businesses in town, they offer fast and reliable internet, plus 24/7 customer service, managed Wi-Fi routers, and bundling options that let you save. And Skitter TV with over 230 of your favorite channels. Locally owned since 1902, Cozad Telephone is here for their local and rural customers, today, tomorrow, and years to come.
Welcome back on News Channel Nebraska. About 40 seconds or so from the start of the third quarter between the Cozad Haymakers and the Kearney Catholic Stars. Alex Loroff here alongside Ed Littler, as tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Cozad Telephone Company, here for their local and rural customers today, tomorrow, and years to come. Again, it is 24-0 Kearney Catholic on the Cozad Community Health System scoreboard. Cozad will receive this second half kickoff, so we'll see the Cozad offense to begin this third quarter. And Ed, we will see what sort of adjustments were made during that halftime period and how Cozad will respond to the fact that they are down by more than 3 scores at this point.
Yes, indeed, and key for them to get a drive going, sustain the drive, get into the end zone. And I've just been wondering, looking forward to playoffs. Wow, this game has huge playoff implications. If Kearney Catholic continues like this, they'll be 6-1, and I would probably say almost a shoe-in for the playoffs, whereas if the Haymakers can't come back, well, they got an uphill fight in their last 2 regular season games. They'd be 4-3 if they don't come back in this ball game, and then they play at Lexington and at Adams Central to close the regular season. So just like last season, Cozad may be on the bubble for the playoffs if they can't come back and win this ball game.
Indeed, it is the time of year to start thinking about the postseason, as we are just after this week have 2 weeks left remaining in the regular season. And as you mentioned, Ed, Cozad finished last year at 5-4. It was their first winning season since 2014, but they were a bubble team as far as the playoffs were concerned, which the 8 district winners advance automatically, but then it is the 8 teams with the highest wildcard point average who make the playoffs as the wildcard qualifiers, and Cozad was just underneath that threshold of being the 8th team to break into the postseason with that 5-4 record. So Cozad, if they do fall tonight with their 3rd loss of the season, it'll be an uphill battle in those last 2 games, as you mentioned, Ed, against Lexington on the road next week, and then in 2 weeks, once again on the road, but against a very good Adams Central team who will play these Kearney Catholic Stars next week.
Yeah, that'll be an interesting game to watch, no question about that. And next week, of course, Cozad at Lexington, another battle of Dawson County. So, gosh, we just look forward to that one right down the road here, a bit east of us of where we're sitting now. And that'll be interesting. But first things first, the second half of play. Here we go, 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line as the Cozad Haymakers start the second half in a 24-0 hole, hoping to get on the board quickly.
24 minutes remain here in this one, and Cozad down by 3 scores at this juncture as Witovic from the gun will hand it off on the running back draw to Matthew Schuster. And that'll be a short pickup on 1st and 10 for the junior running back, who has had the call pretty much all game long to this point, and those yards have been tough to come by after getting out to that hot start in the first quarter.
And as I mentioned, Kearney Catholic is more than willing to let Cozad just simply run the football, eat up the clock, and force them to drive a long way, and they've shown so far that they're not able to sustain long drives to score.
Matthew Schuster was a yard away from his 4th 100-yard game of the season. But again, Cozad needs points, not necessarily yards at this juncture. As on a 2nd down and 5, they toss it out to Schuster on the far right side there, and that's a short pickup there by Schuster, about a yard or so short of the first down as he was run out of bounds right at about the 30-yard line or so.
Yes, indeed. First and 10 from the 20, now 3rd and 1 from the 29. So obviously, huge play here. Have to pick up this first down and then some.
3rd and 1 for the Haymakers. Ball on their own 29-yard line, just underway in this 3rd quarter. Wojtovic will keep it himself on the QB sneak.
That'd be close.
We'll see where they spot the ball as far as his forward progress is concerned. The referee has put the ball down right at the 30-yard line, which was the line to gain, and it will be a first down for the Cozad Haymakers as the lead official makes the signal.
Okay, good start, I guess, for the drive, but again, I don't think they can drive down the field just 10 yards at a time. Clock running, 10 yards at a time. They've got to get in the end zone here and do it relatively quickly.
Drive continues for the Haymakers, 1st and 10 from their own 30. Handoff is again up the middle, trying to find some room to navigate, but not too much there for Matthew Schuster. That's another short pickup by the junior running back, who is again now up over 100 yards rushing on this evening, picked up 3 there.
Let's see if Jacob Weatherly or Jacob Agel can get involved in the offense here and at least get some touches to try and advance this ball down the field. So far, it's pretty much been Matthew Schuster and Nolan Wojtovic as the ball carriers so far for these Cozad Haymakers, who thus far have been shut out 24-0 here by the Kearney Catholic Stars.
2nd down and 7. Option play. Wojtovic ends up keeping it himself. He had Weatherly there in the area as well as an option to maybe pitch the ball to, but not much there for Wojtovic as he maybe gained a yard on that carry. Indeed, they'll give him a yard, so it'll be 3rd down and 6 after that pickup.
Yeah, it looked like the Kearney Catholic defense had the play pretty well strung out. They had the option pitch covered, and the quarterback, Nolan Wojtovic, only able to gain, as you say, Alex, a very short amount of yardage. Now 3rd and 6 from the 34.
Another big 3rd down here for the Haymakers as they need to keep this drive going, as they need points desperately, down 24-0 with 9.5 to go left in the 3rd. Taking the handoff, Wojtovic will drop back to pass, and he will be brought down for a sack in the backfield, as there was just nowhere for Nolan Wojtovic to go, and he was roped up by the junior Seth Moore for a huge loss.
Yeah, absolutely. Good pass rush by the Kearney Catholic Stars here, and not allowing Nolan Wojtovic to even set his feet to look downfield for a receiver. So Kearney Catholic having things go their way in every phase of the game so far, and now a punt by the Cozad Haymakers from deep in their own territory. Jacob Engel.
Jacob Engel back deep to punt on 4th and 14. After a loss of 8 on the sack, coming up to make a play, Logan Miner. Miner still on his feet. He lost the football there as he was hit, but it looks like Kearney Catholic recovered that fumble as Logan Miner was trying to spin past the defender and took a huge hit, lost the football, but Kearney Catholic was able to recover, so another break does not go the way of the Cozad Haymakers.
Yeah, here we see a good hit and the ball comes out, but for goodness sakes, all the breaks going in the way of Kearney Catholic, and there's a player down on the far side, I believe.
We do have an injured player down as Connor Westcoat put a huge hit on Logan Miner. We'll see if that is Miner. I believe it is indeed Logan Miner, who was shaken up after that play as he was trying to spin his way forward, just ran right into Connor Westcoat, who buried his shoulder just right into the chest of Miner, which popped the football out. But again, fortunately for Kearney Catholic, and certainly unfortunately for Cozad, there's a star player right there to hop on top. 2nd time Kearney Catholic has fumbled tonight, but that they have recovered it.
And Connor Westcoat obviously had all the momentum, and the ball carrier didn't have any momentum. That's why the ball came out and the ball carrier was shaken up. But again, no harm, no foul for Kearney Catholic. They get the ball 1st and 10, up 24-0 with good field position here in the 3rd quarter.
Indeed, the Stars take over. 1st and 10 from their own 46. Already leading 24-0 with 8:39 left to go in quarter number 3. And the Stars looking to add to their lead. And I believe there was a penalty flag down. The official now running back. There was a flag all the way down back at the 25-yard line. That was against Kearney Catholic.
Are they going to make him punt it again? I didn't see that.
All the attention was on the far side of the field as...
What happened?
It was a dead ball foul against Kearney Catholic. It was a personal foul called against the Stars during the play. So that gives Cozad the ball back. That keeps the drive going and gives them a first down up to their own 42. So a break does go the way of the Haymakers, as there was a penalty called on Kearney Catholic during that play. So that pushes Cozad up to a first down.
I don't think anybody saw that.
Well, the flag was down back at the 25.
Sure.
The attention was on the far side of the field as Logan Minor returned the kick, lost the football, and then was injured. So no one really saw the flag back at the 25.
Right.
But it was a penalty against the Stars. So Cozad keeps possession after a 15-yard penalty. They were looking at a fourth and 14 after the sack. So they're just able to keep the drive going. And Wojtowicz will keep it himself now as Cozad with a new lease on life.
Yeah, absolutely. They get the ball 1st and 10 at the 42. But now, again, you have to get it in the end zone. And it seems like Kearney Catholic is giving ground grudgingly here to the Cozad offense. So the Haymakers have to make something happen and have to make something happen in a hurry. Let's see if whom Coach Cargill wants the ball to, or whom he trusts to have the ball in the hand, what plays he'll call. And as we have a 2nd down now and 8 on the 44.
Wojtowicz picked up 2 on that carry. It is indeed 2nd down and 8 for the Haymakers, still in their own territory. They fake the toss. Wojtowicz keeps it. Trying to find the edge or on the far side. He'll actually pass it. And that reception is made along the far sideline. And there's a nice gain for the Haymakers, catch made there by Eli Warner, the senior tight end.
Yeah, best play of the night on the passing game as Nolan Wojtowicz rolling to the far side and makes a throw right on the money. Very good pass. And, well, the pass of the night, maybe the pass of the year for Nolan Wojtowicz. As you see, he's running and just kind of tosses it up there off balance, and the receiver makes a play. Nice play, 1st down.
Up over the top it goes, 25 yards to Eli Warner, now 1st and 10 from the Kearney Catholic 31. Schuster the handoff, trying to bounce it around to the outside, but not much there for Matthew Schuster to work with. That's a short pickup on 1st and 10, but first time we've seen a nice passing play on this evening as, again, the pass goes for 25 to Warner, keeping the drive alive.
And Cozad going quickly here, trying to get some momentum on offense. Maybe they can break a play for a touchdown here as they try to get the offense set and not give the defense much time to set.
Schuster gained a yard on that carry. It's 2nd and 9 from the 30. They toss it to Schuster now right side. Schuster had nice blocking out in front and a nice pickup there by Matthew Schuster before he was run out of bounds by the junior Tate Florell.
Well, let's see if they can get this ball in the end zone. We'll have a brand new game. We'll have a 2-score game. They might go for 2 points. They might go for 1. We don't know, but they have to get the ball in the end zone first. 3rd down and short on the 24-yard line of the Stars. Alex, as the Haymakers here have a key play coming up.
Schuster picked up 6 on that toss play. So it is now 3rd down and 3 with 7:02 left in the 3rd quarter. Cozad trying to pick up another 1st down on this drive. They'll toss it to Schuster now left side. Pressure coming. Schuster now cuts back over the middle, and he's going to be short of the 1st down as the defense came barreling through the offensive line there. Kearney Catholic did a great job of snuffing out Schuster, and it looks like they'll go for it on 4th down, will the Haymakers?
No doubt about that. Down 24-0 here in the 3rd quarter. They're going to go for it on 4th down, and what about 2?
Schuster picked up a yard to make it 4th and 2 from the Kearney Catholic 23-yard line with 6.5 to go in the 3rd quarter. Cozad looking for its first points of the evening. Whistles here and a timeout called by the Haymakers as they'll talk things over on this 4th down and 2 play. We'll take a quick one as well and be back after this on News Channel Nebraska.
The picture's really clear. You know, it's really close up, and you know, it's kind of professional, like you're watching ESPN.
Or after a big game, lots of kids show up in my office and they're always talking about, wow, did you see that hit by so-and-so, or did you see that shot?
They really appreciate being able to see it, whether they've got family that's out of town and are able to watch it from afar, or even if the weather's not great.
And they're always so positive about our kids. They're positive about the officials and about the fans.
Welcome back on News Channel Nebraska, as you should be sure to check out our new and improved website, newschannelnebraska.com. Breaking statewide local news and weather forecasts, and our special feature separates everything by the region of the state you live in, making sure you get the news that matters most to you. That's newschannelnebraska.com, and also, don't forget to download our new mobile app. Alex Loroff here alongside Ed Littler in Cozad, where the Haymakers find themselves down 24-0, but are looking at a 4th down and 2 opportunity from the Kearney Catholic 23 after this drive was kept alive by a Kearney Catholic 15-yard penalty on a 4th down and 14. Wojtovich will roll to the right. Pressure coming. Wojtovich will have to throw. Here he does. Pass is incomplete, but a flag comes in, and that will more than likely be pass interference on the Kearney Catholic Stars.
Yeah, hard to see here on the near side, right by the Cozad bench, and the pass thrown flag came in immediately. So maybe we'll see it. Yeah, we'll see it on the replay here as Nolan Wojtovich looking downfield, rolling to his right, fires, and the pass not caught, but the flag throwing. There you see the Cozad bench all over it, and the referee threw the flag immediately. First down.
Cozad was looking for Wojtovich looking for Connor Westcoat there, and he had Westcoat open, but it was Tate Florell who hit Westcoat before he could make a chance on the ball. So indeed it is, as now the official gets set to make the call, it is pass interference on the Kearney Catholic Stars. So that gives Cozad an automatic first down here. So 2 Kearney Catholic penalties on this drive have kept Cozad on the field offensively, and they will have a 1st and 10 now from the 11-yard line with 6:16 left to go.
Have to get it in the end zone here, Alex. Golden opportunity.
Cozad down 24-0. Wojtovich from the gun will roll to the left side. He'll toss it out at the last moment to Jacob Weatherly. Weatherly across the 10-yard line, a short pickup by the sophomore on 1st and 10.
Well, not automatic here. 2nd down now, and still 10 yards to go or so.
Indeed, as that was a pickup of about a yard there by Jacob Weatherly. That'll make this 2nd down.
2nd and
8. They'll give him 2 on that carry to make it 2nd and 8 from the 9. So they can still get a fresh set of downs without needing to get into the end zone, can the Cozad Haymakers. But obviously, Cozad wanting to score as quickly as it can here with 5.5 left to go in the 3rd quarter. This whole 3rd quarter has been this entire drive by Cozad, as there was a nice carry by Jacob Weatherly, who was able to build up a head of steam. He was down across the 5-yard line there.
And 3rd down and goal, or 3rd down and 3 from the 5 or so. We'll see. As you said, Alex, they can still get a 1st down at the 1-yard line without scoring a touchdown. Right now, 3rd and 3 from the 4, as they say officially here.
Jacob Weatherly had that last handoff. He picked up 5. And indeed, that makes this 3rd and 3 from the 4-yard line. 5 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Wojtovich under center. Hands it off to Schuster, looking to burst his way through to the end zone, and he will get there for a Cozad Haymaker touchdown. A 4-yard touchdown carry by Matthew Schuster puts the Haymakers on the board for the first time tonight, and it is now 24-6, Kearney Catholic in the lead. Another look there at the Paulson Incorporated replay at Matthew Schuster, who got a great burst right through the middle of the line, punching it into the end zone. And now the Haymakers will attempt a 2-point conversion to try and continue to cut into this deficit.
Yeah, if they can do that, that's still if they can score this 2-point conversion, it'd be 24-8, and theoretically still a 2-score ball game, Alex.
Wojtovich under center. He has Schuster in the backfield. Caleb Pohl lined up at the fullback position. A roll to the right will. Wojtovich now goes back to the left side, and that is a great design play by the Cozad Haymakers. Paul Cole, the sophomore, was wide open to the left side of the end zone, and Cozad converts the 2-point try. It's now 24-8.
Beautiful play, and as you say, Alex, a great call. Wide open in the end zone. We hadn't seen that play all game, and maybe not even all year, but the Haymakers come up with a key play when they need it. Aided by a couple of penalties on this drive. They're right back in this one, 24-8 here with 4:53 left to go in the 3rd quarter. So essential for the Haymakers to hold the Stars right where they are.
That was a great play design by Cozad with Tovik faking the handoff to the right side, rolling to his left. The entire motion of the play was to the right, but Paul Cole all by himself to the left in the middle of the end zone by himself, with Tovik beautifully lofting it up, and Cozad converts the 2-point conversion, now down by 16, and also a key. This entire third quarter has been taken up by that one Cozad drive. Cozad able to keep the Kearney Catholic offense off the field for over 7 minutes as they put points on the board finally.
Let's see if they can get them back on the sidelines quickly here and get the ball back before this third quarter expires.
So Sahatu will kick it off here now as the Haymakers, again, have a new lease on life after that drive, aided by a couple of Kearney Catholic penalties. But they were able to put points on the board, which was the most important part. Is a nice return here across the 45, now approaching midfield by Brett Mahoney, as that was exactly what the Kearney Catholic Stars needed. That was a bit of a short kick by Sahatu, and Mahoney on the return brings it up to the 50-yard line. So Kearney Catholic with a short field here as they will take back over on offense.
And Brett Mahoney continuing to have a great ball game with a couple of touchdowns and another great catch and set up another touchdown. Now he has a nice kickoff return. The guy can play football. He's made a difference tonight for sure.
Harburg from the gun will hand it off on first down to Cale Conrad. Across the midfield go the Stars up to about the 46-yard line. Pick up a 4 on first down by Conrad, who has been kept largely in check tonight by the Haymakers. Now just 14 rushing yards on the night for Cale Conrad. It's been the passing game that has been the key for Kearney Catholic.
And the Haymakers need a turnover about now. If they can do that and go ahead and score, then we've got ourselves a ball game, folks.
They've had a couple of opportunities to recover turnovers here tonight, but they have come up empty. Down second down and 6. They'll do the end around yet again to Minor. Minor trying to cut it back upfield, and he will get a first down. Minor still on his feet, where he's finally brought down from behind. Ball comes loose at the tail end of the play, but the officials will say that Minor was down by contact. So again, Kearney Catholic loses the football, but again, it does not benefit the Haymakers as they say Minor was down.
And the Cozad bench was jumping up and down thinking they had the football. Let's see if we can see on the replay. Yeah, it looked like the ground caused the fumble, and, well, the referee, it looked like, correctly called the play dead.
Indeed, the Paulson Incorporated replay showing that Minor was down before the ball came out. So a 16-yard pickup by Minor makes his 1st and 10 from the 30. Handoff is to Cale Conrad as the ball comes loose again. Cale Conrad was hit hard by Cozad there, but
and
again, Kearney Catholic recovers the fumble. So again, the Stars lose the handle, but Cozad just has not been in the right place at the right time to make those recoveries.
Goodness. So 2 plays in a row. 2 plays in a row, the ball comes loose, and Cozad not able to get the football back in their possession for different reasons both times.
This would be a completely different ball game if Cozad had a chance to recover that fumble in the first quarter. Here they had a chance to recover that fumble that's there by Conrad. The run goes for no gain, so it's 2nd and 10 from the 30. Harburg will drop back to pass. Pressure coming. Harburg going deep over the middle, and that'll be incomplete. As laying out for that reception there was Logan Minor, but it was a little low on the throw by Harburg, and it'll now be 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, 3rd down and 10, and too long for a field goal, so, well, let's see what the Cozad defense can do to hold them in check here.
Saw there on the replay that Minor did have a step on Jacob Weatherly, and Minor had open space, but the throw from Harburg just a little bit too low for his junior wide receiver to make a play. So it is now 3rd down and 10 from the 30 for the Kearney Catholic Stars. There are 4 receivers to the right side for Kearney Catholic here. Harburg is alone in the shotgun. Takes a snap design screen, making the reception and shading one tackler, and still on his feet, and it looks like that'll be a first down. Indeed it will, as Austin Kreisner able to get the reception and was able to shake one tackler who was there in the area, and Kreisner with a great pickup and a first down.
And deep into the playbook goes Coach Rashawn Harvey there as he splits 3 receivers out to the right and then comes back to the left on the screen pass, Alex, and it seemed to fool the entire Cozad Haymaker defense, and another first down for KCHS.
15-yard reception by Austin Kreisner makes this 1st and 10 from the 15 for Kearney Catholic with 2.5 minutes remaining in this third quarter. Harburg will roll to the right side, looking end zone here. He'll loft it up as a man wide open, and pulling it down for the touchdown, Logan O'Brien. A 15-yard touchdown catch for the Kearney Catholic Stars, and it is now 30-8. Kearney Catholic on top.
Yeah, apparently got his foot down in the corner or in the back of the end zone. Let's see the pass here, and another great catch. So he got down in the end zone. He was pretty well wide open and made the catch and made it look easy.
Spencer Hodgland coming on to attempt the extra point. So again, just that quickly, Kearney Catholic able to respond and put more points on the board as the point after is up and good. 2:25 left to go in the third. It is 31-8 Kearney Catholic. We'll be back after this on News Channel Nebraska.
Cozad, Nebraska, remembering our past with a vision for the future and committed to progress with strong infrastructure, the ideal location for growth and development. And that would not be possible without Cozad Telephone Company. With gigabyte fiber to homes and businesses in town, they offer fast and reliable internet, plus 24/7 customer service, managed Wi-Fi routers, and bundling options that let you save. And Skitter TV with over 230 of your favorite channels. Locally owned since 1902, Cozad Telephone is here for their local and rural customers, today, tomorrow, and years to come.
Welcome back on News Channel Nebraska. Alex Loroff alongside Ed Littler as the Kearney Catholic Stars continue to add to their lead. There was a 15-yard touchdown reception by Logan O'Brien to make this now a 31-8 ball game as the Stars are on top on the Cozad Community Health System scoreboard. 2:25 left to go in this third quarter. Spencer Hodgland will kick off for Kearney Catholic as Cozad, all that positive momentum from having that over 7-minute drive to begin this quarter, able to score a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. But Kearney Catholic responds immediately with a touchdown of its own as that kick is received by Eli Barica. And Cozad will begin right at about their own 31-yard line now with 2:24 left in the quarter.
Yeah, and again, the Kearney Catholic Stars are a very diversified offense. You don't know what they're going to do. You don't know which play they're going to run. It seems they go deep into their playbook in this game. That screen pass for the first down was something that we hadn't seen, and then the passes thrown by Heinrich Harburg have all been, on the money. Several great catches and some precise routes really run by their receivers.
Heinrich Harburg over 200 yards passing here tonight with 3 touchdowns. As now we have a whistle and a timeout called by Cozad here. So they will have just 1 timeout remaining for the rest of this second half. We'll keep it here with 2:24 left to go in the third quarter as Coach Cargill not liking what he was seeing there on the initial offensive setup. So Cozad will, after this timeout, still have a 1st and 10 from their own 32. But again, the opportunity at the fumble recovery on that last Kearney Catholic drive just doesn't go the way of Cozad. A 3rd down and 10. They give up the 15 yards on the screen pass, and Cozad, that was one of the better opportunities defensively to make a stop here on this evening, and they just haven't been able to stop this Kearney Catholic Stars offense despite having some chances to do so.
Yeah, that screen pass was pretty much one of the plays of the night because it came as a total surprise to Cozad with the 3 players split out to the right side. Then they come back to the left on the screen pass, which shows you just how deep their offense is and their playbook is.
So back from the timeout again, Cozad has just 1 remaining for the rest of this second half. Wojtovic will take it himself on the designed QB keeper. Gets it across the 35-yard line, does Nolan Wojtovic, and nice pickup on 1st and 10 for the sophomore QB. Pickup of about 5 yards there for Wojtovic as we approach 2 minutes remaining in this third quarter. It will be 2nd down and 5 for the Haymakers from their own 37. And again, Cozad continues to take its time despite being down by 23. Handoff is to Schuster up the middle, bouncing out to the right side, and not much there for Matthew Schuster. That'll be a third down now for Cozad.
Yeah, and the Stars are more than happy to let Cozad run this just as much as they want, to use up the clock, to use up time of possession, and keep them controlled and still be able to be way out in front in this ball game.
2-yard pickup by Schuster makes this third down and 3 for the Cozad Haymakers from their own 39-yard line. Wojtovich under center. Hands it off up the middle to Schuster, following his blockers forward. That'll be a first down for the Cozad Haymakers. Nice carry by Schuster up to the 44-yard line, pick up a 5.
Yes, pick up a 5. 1:11 left to go in the third quarter, and let's see if Cozad can come up with a big play offensively here.
So that gives Cozad another first down, as they have moved the ball pretty well here in this third quarter. A little more success being found through the running game with Matthew Schuster and Nolan Wojtovich. It'll be 1st and 10 from their own 44 with under a minute remaining in quarter number 3. 31-8, Kearney Catholic remains on top. Wojtovich under center, fakes the handoff, end around play to Jacob Weatherly. Left side cuts up the middle. Weatherly is a hole. Weatherly now down the far sideline. He's to the 30, 25-20. Weatherly turning on the Jets, and Jacob Weatherly will go all the way to the end zone for a Cozad touchdown. 56 yards by Jacob Weatherly, but there is a flag down back right at about the line of scrimmage.
Oh, no.
And it is a hold against the Cozad Haymakers is the call.
Oh, goodness. Wow, that was a fantastic play. Great speed by Jacob Weatherly. Play of the night. And son of a gun, it's called back, and, well, oh, goodness.
56-yard touchdown run by Jacob Weatherly, wiped off the board after a penalty called on the Cozad Haymakers. So, indeed, the biggest play of the evening by Cozad, wiped away by the hold called against the Haymakers. So just another play that does not go the way of Cozad. It just has not been their night in a lot of these different scenarios, as they'll be pushed back now for a 1st and long.
Yeah, and so far it's been all Kearney Catholic, except for that last drive by Cozad when they're able to get the touchdown and 2-point conversion. But even on some of their great plays, like that one, the penalty wipes it out. And, they have a couple of chances, as you mentioned, Alex, to get turnovers. The ball just has bounced their way. And now, first down, deep inside their own territory.
1st and 20 from their own 34. Wojtovich will drop back to pass here. Couple defenders coming. Wojtovich stepping up in the pocket, trying to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. And he does that, but again, Wojtovich just with nobody open downfield and the pressure coming, just having to tuck and run and try and avoid losing any more yardage, and he actually ended up losing 3 yards there.
And that'll be the end of the third quarter as the clock ticking down to 0 here at Haymaker Stadium on Parents' Night. The last home game of the season for these Cozad Haymakers.
Wojtovich actually did pick up 3 there on the carry, so it'll be 2nd down and 17 for the Haymakers once we begin play in the fourth quarter, which we will after this short break on News Channel Nebraska.
A warm greeting and friendly face is where your experience begins at Davis Family Dental. Relax in our massage chairs and watch TV while our skilled hygienists take care of you. Our team will take the time to explain your treatment needs every step of the way. We keep up with advancements in dentistry, allowing us to offer top-notch quality care from orthodontics to implants. We accept all insurances and financing is available. Often described as the best dental experience ever, Davis Family Dental, excellence in dentistry.
Cozad, Nebraska, remembering our past with a vision for the future and committed to progress with strong infrastructure, the ideal location for growth and development. And that would not be possible without Cozad Telephone Company. With gigabyte fiber to homes and businesses in town, they offer fast and reliable internet, plus 24/7 customer service, managed Wi-Fi routers, and bundling options that let you save. And Skitter TV with over 230 of your favorite channels. Locally owned since 1902, Cozad Telephone is here for their local and rural customers, today, tomorrow, and years to come.
Welcome back on News Channel Nebraska. We begin the fourth quarter here at Haymaker Stadium with the Kearney Catholic Stars leading the Cozad Haymakers 31-8. 2nd down and 17 for Cozad as the pass will be incomplete as Nolan trying to hit Nathan Engel to try and pick up some more of this second and long that the Haymakers are faced with, but it was a low throw to the sophomore Engel, and it'll be now 3rd down and long.
Yeah, and some pressure on the heels of Nolan Wojtovic as he gets rid of that ball, and pass just short of the receiver. Would not have been a first down anyway, so we still have 3rd and long. 3rd and 17 from the 37-yard line.
Indeed, 3rd down and 17 after Nolan Wojtovic picked up 3 yards on a scramble to close out the 3rd quarter. And through an incomplete pass there is, again, this 3rd and long scenario was due to a holding call, which wiped away a Jacob Weatherly 56-yard rushing touchdown. 3rd and 17, Wojtovic will air it out deep downfield, and the catch is made by Brecken Lofton across the 25-yard line. An incredible throw by Wojtovic and an incredible catch by Lofton.
Yeah, where's that been all night, right? Good throw on the money and a very nice catch. First down for these Haymakers, and let's see if they can get into the end zone quickly here early in the 4th quarter. You never know what can happen.
A 39-yard grab by the senior Brecken Lofton, as now on 1st and 10 from the Kearney Catholic 24. The carry is to the far side to Matthew Schuster with a nice pickup, as that was the biggest passing play of the season for the Cozad Haymakers. And on senior night, it was Brecken Lofton, the senior, who came up with it.
Yeah, very good play and very good pass, and in scoring territory now for the Haymakers inside the red zone.
Schuster gained 7 on that last carry. He gets the give again. Schuster still on his feet.
First down.
Across the 10. That will be a first down for the Haymakers. Looked like he picked about 7 yards up yet again, and he is down right at about the 10-yard line.
Okay, chance to get on the board again.
Cozad needing to work quickly here, as just under 11 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter. Cozad down 31-8. Schuster picking up 7. Now 1st and goal from the 10. Give us to Schuster again, left side, trying to cut it back over the middle, and he was brought down after a pickup of about 3 or so there on 1st and goal.
Let's see if Cozad goes with the hurry-up offense. Doesn't look like here they are, but they have in the past, and maybe they will do so here on a future possession or so, but it seems like they have more rhythm when they do go without a huddle.
Schuster gained 4 on that carry, so it'll be 2nd and goal from the 6. Hand off to Schuster up the middle yet again, who this time was able to get across the 5-yard line, brought down right about the 4 or so. So another short pickup by Schuster. Makes this 3rd down and goal now for the Cozad Haymakers, as they need to put some points on the board here, as they'll have it from the 4-yard line.
Let's see if they can make it 31-16. Well, you never know. They'd be in striking distance.
Cozad with work to do, and they need to work quickly here, as we have under 10 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter. So personnel changes here for the Haymakers. They have 1 timeout remaining for this 4th. Kearney Catholic with all 3 of theirs, as it is 3rd and goal from the 4.
4-down territory for sure.
Wojtovic under center, fakes the handoff. He'll drop back to pass pressure now coming. Wojtovic steps up in the pocket. Wojtovic looking for the end zone, and he will get there for the Cozad touchdown from 4 yards out. Nolan Wojtovic tucks it himself and takes it in to score, and it is now 31-14. Kearney Catholic still in the lead.
Boy, and he took on a hit after this, right at the end of this play here. He gets past one tackler and then dives into the end zone and takes a hit, and is able to score for the Haymakers, and 2-point conversion upcoming.
Great look there on the Paulson Incorporated scoreboard at Nolan Wojtovic's vision upfield, finding the holes through the Kearney Catholic defense and putting another 6 on the board, but Cozad trying to add 2 more. Wojtovic will roll to the right side. Now he drops back to pass pressure now coming. Wojtovic still on his feet, throws to the end zone, and was the catch made? No signal yet, and
apparently not.
Indeed, that does fall incomplete, so the 2-point conversion fails for the Cozad Haymakers. But nonetheless, 9:24 left in the 4th quarter. It is 31-14. We'll be back after a quick break on NCN.
Cozad High School, home of the Haymakers, with focus on quality teaching and learning for all students by preparing them to be responsible citizens through respect, integrity, teamwork, innovation, and courage. And much like the state champions work together to build a strong team, Cozad comes together and builds a strong community. Paulson Incorporated is a proud member of the Cozad community and supporter of Cozad High School athletics and academics, and wishes all students good luck this school year. Cozad High School, learning for all, learning for life.
Welcome back on NCN. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by Cozad Telephone Company, here for their local and rural customers today, tomorrow, and years to come. Alex Loroff alongside Ed Littler, as it is now 31-14. Kearney Catholic on top on the Cozad Community Health System scoreboard after a Nolan Watovic 4-yard touchdown run. 2-point conversion was unsuccessful. There's a short kick by Sahitu, which is fair caught by Logan Miner, right at about the 35-yard line or so. That is where Kearney Catholic will take over, as Cozad now defensively needs to get a quick stop to get the offense back on the field as they are down 17.
Yes, down 17, Alex. That means 3 scores. So you've got to have the ball 3 times. You've got to score 3 times. And, well, that's the task that the Haymakers face after they were not successful in the 2-point conversion. But we'll just see how this drive goes. And first things first, they need to stop desperately with, 9:24 left.
It has been a tough task to stop this Kearney Catholic offense here tonight for the Cozad Haymakers. And the Stars begin with a 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line. Harburg from the gun sends Miner in motion. They'll hand it off to Logan Miner. A flag does come in as Miner brought down for a loss of yardage there by the combination of both Jacob Weatherly and Nathan Engel. We'll see what the flag is.
And the important thing is the clock stops.
And it looks like it will be an illegal shift called against the Kearney Catholic Stars. We'll see if Coach Cargill elects to accept the penalty here, as it did go for a loss of yardage that last carry, which would make it 2nd down and long. And the motion from Coach Cargill is to decline the penalty, as you can clearly see there on your screen.
Yep, declined. 2nd down now for the Kearney Catholic Stars. 9:19 left to go in this one.
So Miner lost 2 on that carry. That'll be 2nd and 12 from Kearney Catholic's own 33. And indeed, the clock does stop, as we mentioned, after that penalty. So 9:19 left to go. Now the clock is blown in. Harburg from the gun will drop back to pass here on 2nd down and long. He will air it out deep downfield, has a man, and the catch is made for a huge gain yet again. This time, Austin Kreisner was able to get out in front of Jacob Weatherly, and a massive grab for the Kearney Catholic Stars.
And another great catch. How many of these great catches have we seen from them all night? He leaps past beyond the defender, and Austin Kreisler, boy, he made a tremendous catch there. And another 1st down. Big play once again for Kearney Catholic as they really try to put this one away here.
That'll make this 1st and 10 from the 18 for Kearney Catholic. Dropping back to pass, and that one will be incomplete, as Harburg not able to connect with Cale Conrad there, as that was a 49-yard catch by Austin Kreisner to make this now a 2nd and 10 from the 18.
Yeah, it was just a great catch where he had to leap to catch the ball and beat the defender by a step, and Heinrich Harburg threw it right on the money, right where it needed to be, where only his guy could catch it. And again, the Stars are in good shape.
So 2nd and 10 following that incompletion there from the 18 for the Kearney Catholic Stars. Kreisner set in motion to the left side. They'll hand it off to Kreisner. Looking to find the edge to cut up field. Gets by one tackler, gets by another tackler. Or Kreisner is finally ganged up on inside the 15. So a nice pick up there by Kreisner will make this a 3rd down for Kearney Catholic with 8.5 to go in the quarter.
And up 17. So Cozad can ill afford to give up another score here.
Cozad needing a stop, and again, earlier on in this drive, they had Kearney Catholic looking at a 2nd down and long. But they gave up the big play to Austin Kreisner. It's now 3rd down and 5 for the Stars from the Cozad 12. Man sent in motion. Fake by Harburg. Pressure coming. Caleb Pohl as well as Alex Huertas. Harburg now will go end zone. Has a man wide open and caught for the touchdown by Logan Miner, who was lost in the coverage there. Harburg found him on the run, and a 12-yard touchdown grab will make this 37-14.
Yeah, he was close to past the line of scrimmage. I guess he wasn't, but boy, oh boy, I thought he was going to just keep running and try to score himself, but the receiver open after the scramble and another touchdown.
12-yard touchdown catch by Logan Miner makes this 37-14 with the extra point pending. Kick is up and it is good. So with 7:50 left to go in this fourth quarter, score is now 38-14. Kearney Catholic leading Cozad. We'll be back after a quick break on News Channel Nebraska.
When you're a grower, you know what it takes to thrive in the field. My bank understands and respects that. When you've got a financial partner working alongside you, it makes the days a little easier and the numbers all add up. My bank is experienced when it comes to agriculture. My family's been doing business with them for a long time. I'm independent, and so is my bank.
Homestead Bank of St. Paul, Cozad, and Lexington. Member FDIC. Visit them online at homesteadbank.com.
Welcome back on News Channel Nebraska. Alex Loroff alongside Ed Littler as we have 7:50 left to go in this fourth quarter between the Kearney Catholic Stars and the Cozad Haymakers, and Kearney Catholic firmly in control, now 38-14, making this a 24-point game with under 8 minutes left to go here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, 3-score game at least, because you've got to get 3 touchdowns, 3 2-point conversions even to tie. So it doesn't look good for Cozad tonight, especially after that last Kearney Catholic drive, and more good passing by them.
Indeed, Heinrich Harburg has had a fantastic game throwing the football, as this will be returnable for Nolan Matovic, who is brought down right at about the 20-yard line or so, which is where Cozad will take over offensively, as in Heinrich Harburg throwing his 4th touchdown pass of the game. Cale Conrad also has a rushing touchdown, but that has been the key, has been the passing attack of Kearney Catholic. Cozad has really just been unable to stop the Stars through the air. They've been able to contain the running game, but Kearney Catholic hasn't needed to use that as much, as they have been just dicing up this secondary of the Cozad Haymakers with a variety of playmaking wide receivers the Stars possess.
Let's see if Cozad can open up the playbook here and show us some plays we haven't seen. Why not here late in the game?
So 1st and 10 from the 19 for the Haymakers. They hand it off to Schuster left side. Big hole for Schuster, and Schuster is a first down. He cuts it upfield. Schuster still on his feet with a stiff arm, and he steps out of bounds right at about the 47-yard line. So that was a nice carry there by Matthew Schuster.
Well, not a different play, but nonetheless an effective one, and a first down. Nicely done by Cozad here with, 7:34 left.
Schuster up to the 47-yard line, a 28-yard carry for the junior.
Well over 100 yards.
Indeed, Matthew Schuster over 100 yards for the 4th time this season. 4th time in 7 games, and he did miss a game as well in there. So Schuster continues to have a great season. The handoff this time is to the right side up the middle, but on that exchange, just not much there to work with for the ball carrier, which was Jacob Weatherly. So Weatherly getting the handoff there, and maybe gained a yard on first down. Indeed he did, so that makes it 2nd and 9 from the 48.
And only one timeout left for the Cozad Haymakers, so they really can't stop the clock very much here going forward at all, as we're almost approaching 7 minutes to go in the game.
Under 7 minutes remaining now in the 4th. Matovic under center. Handoff is up the middle, and another short carry that time for Jacob Weatherly up to about midfield, maybe just a yard short of midfield, and that'll now be 3rd down for Cozad. 3rd down right at about midfield there, so that'll be a pickup of 2 there for Jacob Weatherly to make this a 3rd down and 7.
And fans, I'm sure, are looking forward to heating up their cars to get out of here, Alex, on this chilly autumn night here in Cozad.
Indeed, as we are fully in the swing of fall here. Cold and windy out here at Haymaker Stadium as Wojtovic drops back to pass now on 3rd and 7, going sideline. Jacob Engel there. Did he stay in bounds? Indeed, he did. Great grab made by Jacob Engel. And it looks like that'll be a first down for the Cozad Haymakers.
Yeah, he landed right on the first down marker, I believe, on the marker on the far side. So another first down, Cozad.
Pickup of 7 on the grab by Engel, which is exactly what the Haymakers needed. First reception of the night by Jacob Engel makes this a 1st and 10 for the Haymakers from the Stars' 43-yard line. Wojtovic under center. Make the handoff, fake the toss, he'll roll left side, pressure coming. Wojtovic steps up in the pocket, looking for a receiver, and that one is knocked down, incomplete, nearly intercepted by Logan O'Brien, who is right there in the middle of the field. So that'll make this 2nd down and 10 now for the Cozad Haymakers, as Wojtovic, that was a dangerous pass that was nearly intercepted by the Stars.
He had to run away from pressure there as he scooted toward the far side and hoping a receiver could get open, and all of the run around that everybody did, but not able to connect.
Under 6 to go in the 4th. 2nd and 10 now for the Haymakers. Handoff is right up the middle. Great burst initially there. Still on his feet with a great carry. Trying to get up to about the 10, the line of scrimmage, or the line to gain rather. I believe that was Matthew Schuster yet again on that carry as he had Connor Wesco blocking out in front of him. That was a nice carry by Schuster to make this a 3rd and short.
Yes, it was, but again, Kearney Catholic more than happy to let Cozad run those plays that run the clock down.
Indeed, as it'll be 3rd down and about 2 or so here. They'll make it 3rd and 1 after a pickup of 9 by Schuster. Ball on the Kearney Catholic 34. Handoff is to Schuster, bounces off his own man. Now looking to find room to the left side. Ganged up on there was Schuster. We'll see where they spot the ball as far as his forward progress is concerned.
I think he got the first down, Alex. It's going to be close.
It will be close here as ball is still right on the 34.
First down.
Sticks do move, and looks like indeed it will be a first down for the Cozad Haymakers. So Schuster, actually they gave him 3 yards on that carry, so a nice run by the junior to make it 1st and 10 from the 31. Approaching 5 minutes remaining here in this one, as Cozad would, just for confidence sake, love to get another score on the board before this one comes to an end. Is Weatherly the handoff, and he finds a hole to burst through, and Weatherly brought down right at about the 20. Pickup of 11 there by Jacob Weatherly.
And another first down for Cozad. They keep moving the sticks and coming closer toward that end zone. Let's see if they can get in there at least one last time on this final home game of the regular season for them.
Cozad's finding more offensive success here on this drive as Weatherly picked up 11 to make this a 1st and 10 from the 20. Under center, the handoff is again to Weatherly up the middle, and Weatherly with another nice pickup on 1st down and 10, near to about the 15-yard line on that carry by the sophomore. Gain of about 5 there.
Let's see if the Haymakers can get a play quickly, but nope, they're going back to the huddle, and it'll be 2nd down and 5, as you say, approaching 4 minutes to go.
Weatherly picking up 11 and then 5 yards on back-to-back carries. He is still in there at the running back position with Wojtovic under center. Handoff is to Weatherly, and he was brought down there if he was trying to find some room around to that right side, but Keegan Bosshammer was there to come up with the tackle.
Yeah, nothing doing on that play, and now 3rd down. So Cozad again trying to get in the end zone for a consolation touchdown here on the final home game of the regular season at Haymaker Stadium, as we're now under 4 minutes to go.
They're down in 5 after Weatherly ran for no gain on that last carry. Wojtovic under center, handed off to the left side, and looks like that will be short of a first down there on the run by Weatherly, who has been the every down back here for the most part on this drive, as now Schuster and Westcote will return on this 4th down play. Pickup of 2 there will make this a 4th and 3 for the Haymakers from the Kearney Catholic 13-yard line.
Okay, let's get it done here. 4th down, 3 yards to go. Going to be under 3 minutes to go when this ball is snapped. let's at least get a consolation touchdown.
Weatherly makes his way off the field. Wojtovich under center. They hand it off to Schuster up the middle, and we'll see where they spot the ball here. They needed 3 yards, and looks like that will be a first down for the Cozad Haymakers. Indeed, it moves the sticks. They get it up to the 10-yard line, which is what was necessary. It'll be first and goal.
First and goal. The clock will start pretty soon. Yes, there it goes.
2:50 and counting left in the fourth quarter. Cozad looking to put one more score on the board before this game officially goes final. As the handoff is to Schuster, looking to bounce it to the right side, and Schuster with a short pickup on first down and 10 as we have about 2.5 minutes left to go now. So Kearney Catholic is going to come away with the victory. They will win their 5th straight game to improve to 6-1. Cozad's going to fall to 4-3 and have their 4-game winning streak snapped. But again, at this point, it's all about just playing with pride and trying to just get that consolation touchdown, as you talked about, Ed. Just trying to get one more score on the board and try and get some positive momentum into next week.
Absolutely.
Second and goal from the 6. Handoff is to Schuster left side, trying to bounce his way forward.
Get in.
Close, as the ball came out at the tail end of the play there. They say Schuster was down. We'll take another look at the Pulse and Incorporated replay it. Schuster dancing his way to the left side, was brought down, and you saw the ball come out as Schuster was trying to reach his way over the goal line. They say he did not get there. It'll be third and goal from the 1.
Okay. See if Coach Cargill uses his last time out if they don't get in.
So third down and goal from the 1-yard line. Minute 40 left to go here in the fourth. Wojtovich under center. Weatherly in the backfield. Flags come in. We'll see what the penalty is here. Possibly a delay of game, maybe a false start. The call is offsides against the Kearney Catholic Stars, so that'll put them at about the half-yard line, as the line of scrimmage was the 1 there.
All right. Let's get it that 1/2 yard and get in the end zone, and you'll have 20 points.
Minute and a half remaining in this fourth quarter. And Cozad just trying to put one last score on the board before this game will officially go final. Wojtovich under center. He has Westcoat and Weatherly behind him. He'll take it himself right up the middle, trying to push his way forward, and he will be in for a touchdown. The second rushing touchdown of the game for Nolan Wojtovich. And with 1:29 left to go in this fourth quarter, it is now 38-20. Kearney Catholic, though, still on top.
Okay, go for 2 once again.
So 1:29 remaining. Again, Cozad will look to go for 2 here and just try and, again, make the final score a little more respectable, as, again, at one point they were down 24-0. They were down 24-0 at the half. Has been a much stronger second half for the Cozad Haymakers following that tough play in the first half and just the domination of Kearney Catholic. But Cozad has found some more success here in the second half as Wojtovich drops back to pass, looking to throw it into the end zone. That one is tipped and will be incomplete. So the 2-point conversion fails. But nonetheless, Cozad does put another score on the board. 1:29 left to go in the fourth quarter. 38-20 is the Kearney Catholic lead. We'll keep it here on News Channel Nebraska as we are approaching the end of this one. As we would like to thank our presenting sponsor of our game here tonight, Cozad Telephone Company, here for their local and rural customers today, tomorrow, and years to come. So in 1:29, this game will go final, and Kearney Catholic will improve to 6-1 on the 2019 season. They will improve to 2-0 in district play. Cozad will fall to 4-3 on this season and 2-1 in district play. So tough loss tonight for the Cozad Haymakers as their 4-game winning streak is snapped. But as we talked about before with Ed, this loss does not dash any playoff hopes, as there's still a lot of football left to be played despite only 2 games remaining, as Cozad will go on the road next week against Lexington, and a win over a Class B team will greatly help their cause. And then they will have a big game at the end of the season on the road against the Adams Central Patriots. So definitely a tough loss for the Haymakers, but not a loss that really closes out their season in any way. Obviously, they would have loved to win this game here tonight, but there is still a great chance that Cozad will be able to advance to the postseason for the first time since 2014, but it'll just be a tougher road now that they were not able to pick up this win tonight over Kearney Catholic, as the onside kick attempt is down by Kearney Catholic at the 50. So that's where the Stars will take over on offense, as tonight Adams Central took on the Minden Whippets. Adams Central came in 1-0 in district play, Minden at 0-2. So assuming that Adams Central won that game, we do not have a final score as of yet. Adams Central will be at 2-0, Kearney Catholic would be at 2-0, Cozad would be at 2-1. Kearney Catholic plays Adams Central next week in a game that could potentially decide the district champion. But then Cozad will have an opportunity against the Patriots in 2 weeks on the road in Hastings. And we will see what the scenarios are at that point. Again, Cozad gets a break from district play next week against the Lexington Minutemen, a team they were not able to defeat last year, a team that snapped Cozad's 5-game winning streak a season ago. And a win over the Minutemen would position Cozad nicely as far as that final game of the year is concerned against Adams Central. Cale Conrad picked up 5 yards there on that carry. They go back to Conrad here. Do the Stars. He's down at about the 40, and looks like that'll be a first down for Kearney Catholic as we have 40 seconds remaining in this one. So still plenty of football left to be played, as Cozad will be keeping its eye very close on that Adams Central Kearney Catholic game next week to see what the scenarios may be in 2 weeks' time on the road against the Adams Central Patriots. And again, for Cozad, you'd like to get to that 6-3 mark to have a surer road to the postseason instead of last season when Cozad finished 5-4 and we're right on that bubble of breaking through as a wild card team, but we're just edged out once the 8 wild cards were determined, once the district champions were determined. So Heinrich Harburg takes a knee. The clock will run final, and the Kearney Catholic Stars will take this victory 38-20 over the Cozad Haymakers. Cozad a much stronger second half to make the final score a little more respectable, but the Stars taking care of business here tonight. They win their 5th straight game of the season. Kearney Catholic improves to 6-1 on the year, 2-0 in district play. The Cozad Haymakers fall to 4-3 and fall to 2-1 in District 6 of Class C1. Ed Littler is heading down to the field. He will have a chance to talk with head coach Brian Cargill for the Haymakers and our player of the game. So we'll take a quick break and come back with our post-game interviews after this on News Channel Nebraska.
Cozad, Nebraska, remembering our past with a vision for the future and committed to progress with strong infrastructure, the ideal location for growth and development. And that would not be possible without Cozad Telephone Company. With gigabyte fiber to homes and businesses in town, they offer fast and reliable internet, plus 24/7 customer service, managed Wi-Fi routers, and bundling options that let you save. And Skitter TV with over 230 of your favorite channels. Locally owned since 1902, Cozad Telephone is here for their local and rural customers, today, tomorrow, and years to come.
Back here at Cozad Haymaker Stadium, Ed Littler with Coach Brian Cargill after the Kearney Catholic Stars defeat the Cozad Haymakers 38-20. And Coach, 24-0 at halftime, Kearney Catholic, but your guys fought back in the second half, did not give up. Really, didn't have a chance to take the lead, but nonetheless had some great effort in the second half, even though you were down big in the game.
Well, they're very talented offensively out on the edge. They got out of containment a couple times on third down, and Harburg kid's a very good athlete, made some great plays, and their receivers made some nice catches. And I feel like our kids in the second half, our line in particular, played pretty well, and we battled to the end there. But very good team in Kearney Catholic.
And some of those catches they made, it was through good coverage, and they were still able to make catches. And I've never seen one team make so many incredible catches all game.
Yeah, our kids were there to compete. They were in good position. We just didn't make play, and they did. And then sometimes that's football. That's how it goes. So, I'm proud of my kids' effort. We're going to get better next week and focus on the next game at Lex.
And you're 4-3 right now, going into Lex next week. What would a victory mean over them, a Class B team, for points and your chances of still making the playoffs?
Well, that would be pretty big. We'll get the +1, obviously, playing a class up. So that's a huge game for us in terms of a chance to actually get in the playoffs. So as big as game it gets for us this year.
And another battle of Dawson County out here with the Lexington Minutemen next Friday night, 1 week from tonight.
Yep, the Dawson County Wars. It's always a good time, So we'll get out and get after it. It should be a good game.
Well, Coach, good luck next week against Lexington.
Thank you.
All right, let's move in here with quarterback Nolan Watovic. And Nolan, the game didn't go your way, but again, in the second half, you're still able to get on the board a couple of times. You scoring that last touchdown to make it 38-20. You had a couple of nice passes in the second half. So how encouraged were you, even though you were down 24-0 at halftime, to come back and at least put some points on the board?
Yep, we know going in at halftime that we couldn't hang our heads and just had to come out and start fast, which we did, and our wide receivers made big catches, and our line did a great job up front. So,
talk about that 2-point conversion down here where you kind of faked a reverse to the other side. I can't remember exactly what the play was, but in the corner of the end zone, you found the receiver, which I thought was one of the better plays of the year.
Yep, it was. We put that in earlier this week for a 2-point conversion opportunity at the end of the game there, and it worked out great for us, so that's good.
And how about the last drive? You hit a long pass, I think, to Jacob Engel down here, and then you scored yourself on the winning, not the winning touchdown, at least a consolation touchdown here. How good was it to get in the end zone? You took a hard hit on that play, but you got it in.
Yep, our line did great up front and finished for us, and Jacob Engel made a big catch on third down over there on the end, so that was good for us.
And how about the Lex game next week? I'm sure you know those guys, a battle of Dawson County. Be a big game to get a victory over a Class B team, one class up.
Yep, huge game for us. Just got to move on to next week and get another win.
Well, Nolan, good luck to you, and congratulations on playing a good game.
Thank you.
Okay, Nolan Watovic, our player of the game for the Cozad Haymakers, as they fall tonight to the Kearney Catholic Stars by the score of 38-20 right here at Cozad Haymaker Stadium in the regular season finale. I'm Ed Littler. We'll go back to the booth and Alex.
Thank you for that, Ed, as again the Cozad Haymakers falling tonight to the Kearney Catholic Stars. The final score in 38-20 as Kearney Catholic improves to 6-1 on the season. The Cozad Haymakers fall to 4-3. Let's take a look now at our top plays from tonight's matchup. The Cozad Haymakers looking to win its 5th consecutive game of the 2019 season, as were the Kearney Catholic Stars, as these teams went head-to-head on Friday night in a big District 6 matchup in Class C1. And here in the first quarter, it would be Kearney Catholic striking first with Heinrich Harburg connecting with Brett Mahoney on a big touchdown grab that would put the Stars up early. They would also tack on a field goal in that first quarter, and then again Harburg connecting with Mahoney in the second quarter to continue the lead for Kearney Catholic, who would continue to add things on. Cale Conrad running one touchdown in as well. It'd be 24-0. Kearney Catholic would take a lead into the second half, but then Cozad would put a touchdown on the board about midway through the third quarter, a little over midway through, as Matthew Schuster was able to punch one in from 4 yards out, and then Cozad converts the 2-point conversion after a great play there, and the grab made by Paul Cole. Now 24-8 your score. But then Kearney Catholic would add another touchdown to the board after a great play made there in the back of the end zone by Logan Miner, with the Stars now up 31-8. Now here in the fourth quarter, Nolan Watovic making some great decision-making there, able to sneak his way through the defense to get a score on the board. Cozad would fail its 2-point conversion attempt, but then Kearney Catholic would put one more touchdown on the board to really seal this one there, as that catch made in the back of the end zone. 38-14. At that point, Cozad would put one more touchdown up to make this 38-20. 2-point conversion would fail as the Stars come away with a 38-20 victory over the Cozad Haymakers on Friday night. So again, the Stars earned the win over Cozad, 38-20 your final. Again, Kearney Catholic improves to 6-1 on the season, 2-0 in district play. They will be at home against Adams Central coming up, but we have more football coming up for you this weekend as the University of Jamestown will take on Doane University tomorrow afternoon. Pre-game coverage set for 12:45 p.m. with kickoff set to begin at 1 o'clock. Brandon Axelman will be there to bring you all the action from Doane University. So make sure you tune in tomorrow on News Channel Nebraska, as we will be back with the Cozad Haymakers next Friday night, as they will be on the road against the Class B Lexington Minutemen, the final non-district game of the season, as Cozad will look to improve to 5-3 after falling here tonight. That will do it for us here from Haymaker Stadium. For the rest of our great crew, for our director Ethan Hess, my broadcast partner Ed Littler, I'm Alex Loroff. Thank you so much for tuning in to high school football, and we'll see you next week from Lexington here on News Channel Nebraska.